Nine. Still stuck in yesterday's gear. Wait. Niner! After every game, it's stuck. Let me stop right there, fam. Now that we're 2-1, and especially losing in the way that we did, are we going to get over? Remember the 24-hour rule the 49ers always go by. You got until it hasn't been 24 hours yet, has it? You got a few more hours left, and let's move on. All right. But in the meantime, since we're within that 24-hour window, we may as well go ahead and talk about it. The biggest frustrations for the 49ers' first loss. I know I got sick of the Cowboys and Eagles, so I just said, you know what, I'm ready to go now. So if you're with me, I'm here. Anyway, the Niners versus Packers was the first real test of 2021 for the 49ers. It is week 3. So for now, this game can be labeled as that bad game, right? Hopefully that's all it is, just a bad game. Because if not, if you're watching the press conference with the guys, they really looked down in the mouth, didn't they? Of course you would after you lose, because when you talk immediately to players after they get to losing the game, they're not happy. So there were plenty of teachable moments, though, enough for the 49ers coaching staff to work on for an entire 24 hours. So I don't know about the 24-hour rule. There's a lot of things that, my God, what are you doing? So tonight we'll go to the phones for your take on how the Packers, Aaron Rodgers and Devante Adams, nearly single-handedly beat the entire Niners 40 team. My God, Niners. There's only 2 damn dudes. Come on. Oh, by the way, we got a situation. Josh Norman, who was released from the hospital, participated in meetings at the team's practice facility today after sustaining a lung contusion in that ridiculous game. The Niners list Norman as day-to-day, which opens the possibility that he could be available for the Niners week 4 against the Seattle Seahawks. But meanwhile, here's the real scary news, fam. K'Wan Williams expected to miss a few weeks with a calf strain, according to Kyle Shanahan. Norman sustained the injury on a play in which he tackled Packers running back Aaron Jones in the second quarter. Jones' helmet hit Norman in a sensitive area. Norman spit up a little blood. According to Kyle Shanahan, Coach Kyle Shanahan, there's a possibility. Shanahan went on to say there's a possibility he had some fluid in his lungs. And I think that was the scare, so he had to go to the hospital. He's back. He was in our meetings this morning. The way that goes, it's not like concussion protocol, but he's got to clear some imaging. He's got to pass a CT scan to get back to practice. And from what I'm told, that can take anywhere from 1 day to throughout the week. We just have to keep monitoring that each day as we go, unquote. Fam, here's the thing, man. The secondary. It's all linked together. The secondary, of course, is linked with the front line rush. If the quarterback has got plenty of targets that are wide open, the front line rush now becomes null and void due to the fact that now the quarterback can get rid of that ball quickly. So we do have a serious problem with that. Williams saw action as the Niners nickel back on just 6 plays before he left the game. And, of course, the team countered with Diamador Lenore. Poor Demo, man. I felt bad for him because Demo, first 2 games, Demo, he was looking good. But, again, some of the guys, you can't expect him to cover guys like Adams and some of the guys, Lazard. They're too big and they're too polished, right? So we ended up with Lenore and Dante Johnson after the injuries to both Norman and Williams. And finally, Mosley came back in the game. And I said, hey, Coach, woo, let Mosley play, Coach. So, I imagine there was something going on, and maybe Mosley was supposed to be where he was. I don't know, but, the Niners lost a nail-biting close game to A-Rod, Devante Adams, and a couple other guys on the Packers team. But that was pretty much the story. Nobody else was really kicking the 49ers. Well, the guy Smith on the defensive line. Niners were beaten by about 5 Packers, maybe. But after taking the lead in the closing seconds of the game, finally, the Niners committed the unforgivable sin, leaving just enough time for Rodgers and Adams and that Mason Crosby guy. How old is Mason now, man? God, 37 seconds, which in normal cases is probably going to be enough against most QBs, right? But nah. Rodgers went right in and told everybody, even in the press conference, I knew what I was going to do right as soon as I got started. I'm going to be looking for Devante Adams, and found him immediately. The defense struggled with that, and Rodgers did the Rodgers. Other than all of the Jimmy G fails, and he definitely had a few, no doubt about it, that are being labeled as the main reason for the loss. And I'll leave that to you because you're going to do that. But some of the other things that contributed toward the first loss of the season, not to the Packers, but to Rodgers and Adams, the Niners' pass defense has a long way to go. And I, is it just the injuries, the new DC, all of the above? I just wonder because the run defense is still not as strong as it should be. And now Chris Carson is coming next. I went and watched the Hawks after I got through dealing with us. I said, damn. Chris Carson, he always terrified me. Anyway, I don't know if anybody else have had respect for Chris Carson, but the guy scares me, man. And now I'm watching him looking as fresh and as strong as ever, and he's just ripping through. It didn't help him win, but Chris Carson still looks good. He is coming to town next week. A goal line stand for the second consecutive week. It was impressive and gives hope that the defense can still maybe recover and be good. I'm not sure about great anymore, but be good. Trenton Cannon, that dude is fast. Talking about special teams, and tonight in this game, he gave the Niners team the spark it needed. But what does it say about Trey Sermon? Fam, are you worried about Trey Sermon? He's all we got. Until, of course, I don't know how long that Mitchell's going to be out. But when Juice is your main running back, Trey did get rolling some in the second half, 31 yards, rushing for the game, but it was still Juice who the coach went to in the biggest spots. I got nothing against Juice, but that's not what he does normally. You got to call on him for this? Juice ran more in this game than I've seen him run the entire time he's been with the team. Where has the run game gone, fam? We need Elijah Mitchell and Jeff Wilson to get healthy as soon as possible, like yesterday. Man, and also, shout out to Trent Williams, who almost killed the DB on Trey Lance's touchdown run. And when nothing else is going on, you can look out in the field and see Big Trent doing his job. If ain't nobody else coming to work, Trent is. Meanwhile, this may have been Alex Mack's worst game, but he did have a good, nice block on Lance's touchdown run. Packers' Kenny Clark, meanwhile, was looking like one of the best interior defensive linemen in the league in this game. I didn't even know who he was. I mean, good Lord. Brandon Ayuk looks like he is making his way back. He had some nice plays in the game, but he did drop a touchdown pass in the end zone. What's going on with him? Those are things that would have never happened last year. He made some incredible catches. So, and where's Trent Sherfield and why? And I understand the coach is trying to get Brandon Ayuk back up to speed as fast as possible. Niners lost the turnover battle 2-0. That was the difference in this game. Most of us thought the Niners would score at will. We were wrong, or what? And we didn't think the pass rush would give Aaron Rodgers fits. Wrong again. Ibuka, remember him? He looked good in preseason. D Ford, where you at, man? See, the 49ers' depth, we were supposed to be fresh and crazy for the whole 4 quarters because we had all these guys. George Kittle was finally expanded, though, in the game. 7 catches for 92 yards, 1 rush for 9 yards. GK was rolling, man. Jimmy missed him on a few short passes that I wish him and Jimmy would have a talk about, though, because there's things that could have been a momentum gainer had you just got into a rhythm with George. I don't give a damn about anybody else on the field. If George is hot, you give him the damn ball. Just give it to him. I don't care. Well, okay, Debo. I do want him involved. Don't leave him out. Debo Samuel, the dude's hands have become incredible. Dude had 5 catches for 52 yards, but the catches he made were tough, except for maybe a couple, but they were all tough and extremely impressive. Jimmy, Jimmy, I understand it's too early, but I've seen better from you. Stop overworking the receivers, Jimmy. You know, I'll stand behind you. You know this, but damn it, focus. You're better than that. I've seen it. JD did his best Joe Montana impersonation, though, by leading what seemed to be a game-winning touchdown drive at the end of the game. And unfortunately, D couldn't imitate Eric Wright. I just feel like for the third week in a row, the Niners take the game down to the wire. Kyle Shanahan, please go back under the hood. I don't know what you guys are working out during the week, but the guys are coming out there. It's like Trez said yesterday, I'm not sure if we were fully prepared for that game. If we're working out and going home early for practice due to the fact that guys need to get out of there or something, we need to stop. These guys are better than this. They know it. Shanahan he better know it. They can do better than this. NorCal Refrigeration and HVAC. I still have the Niners 10-7. I know. Bleep it. Quentin Davis, man, we need some corners. And I like you, I like some of us, I thought there'd be some phone calls made today or something out. Maybe the 49ers, but you know how everything they do is covert. They probably are trying to find, I don't know about Richard Sherman, but I don't know that is there anybody else out there besides Sherm? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are supposedly after him as well. So Sherm did make some tweets yesterday. They were talking about the 49ers throwback uniforms, and Sherm thought it was the best looking jerseys in the NFL. Why did he do that? Why did he get involved? Sean put a standing ovation for Ronbo. Thanks, man. 49ers Ultimate Report. What's up, Ronbo? How are you doing after yesterday's game? Crappy. You know, I don't know. It was an uncalled for loss. It would have been a nail-biting win, and we would have still been talking bad about the 49ers, but why lose it? Go ahead and win it. Anyway. Hey, Casey.
Hey, what's shaking, Ronbo?
Casey, my nerves, like everybody else's, we're just, I don't know. I don't want to lose in that fashion. I'd rather lose by a large margin than come down. And
I know,
Casey,
right? Now they're kind of in no man's land. But
yeah,
Jimmy's done just enough to start next week. And
well, the thing is, the loss, I just don't. If I'm going to lose, beat me. And also, everybody's talking about if the 49ers would have killed that clock. Well, you know what? If you have a lead, you can kill a clock. But if you're behind, you'll be killing the clock. So everybody's still talking about that, and I don't get it.
I'm with Shabazz, man. They got zebra problems, man. You know, there's a correlation going on here. Or, you know, when the Niners lose and what happens to Nick Bosa, man. I'm watching it all game, Ronbo. It's all game.
They can't get
you know.
love. He's not the only one.
They gotta let this man play, man. You know. And
man, I just don't know about the officiating's one thing, but you don't want to put the game in the officiate's hands. But you know what? You're right, though. You can't just stifle the 49ers defense by not making calls.
Nick's never going to say it. Kyle's never going to say it. Jimmy's never going to say it. Let me be the one to say, I'm watching what's happening, and I'm watching my man Nick Bosa Thanos, the best player on the field. I'm watching this guy just get torn up, like, constantly throughout the game, and it's just getting completely ignored. Like,
yeah, you know, it's not going to change. We got, you know what? Though we got a couple of calls went our way in this game. I was kind of shocked at that, you know. So no call on damn near killing Devante Adams.
They made it so close, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
You know, I mean, they had the lead there at the end, and they definitely should have won because Green Bay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you going to say?
No, I'm saying the comeback was nice. It showed a lot of character. The 49ers came rolling back. They would not give up. And with 37 seconds to go, I'm sorry. I commend the 49ers for that effort. They were down and beaten.
Do you think Jimmy should have should have said something in the huddle, like, if you get down to the one, just, get down? Should he have said something to Juice, or like?
No.
Because there's a few instances where.
Casey, you can't do that because anything could, you do that, you don't score that touchdown. A fumble could take place, offsides. There's any number. It's like 6 million ways to die. Choose one. There's any way you got to get that 6 points. The
They
defense
just got to
has to,
score the touchdown and just play better defense. Yeah,
yeah, the defense has to say to themselves,
you
we
know.
are not giving this up. 37 seconds, and I'll be
Yeah,
damned if they're going to get this on us. Think that way. Get out there and get it done. You know, even Fred Warner
that's
said
what
in
I'm
his press
saying. Like,
conference, if I had to do it again, that ball went over Fred's about that far. Fred's even saying there's
yeah,
something I could have done different. Everybody could have done something different. D'Amico could have done something different. And there's just things that could have been done different. They learned. Unfortunately, we lost in their learning, though.
yeah. I just want to see more out of like Kinlaw and who else they got out there like Maurice
Ibuka.
Hurst and stuff.
Some guys are
Yeah.
supposed to be doing better.
I see so many players just getting lost. I see people just kind of in no man's land. Like Kinlaw's just in pursuit, and they run away from Bosa the whole game and stuff. Like Kyle's got to figure out a way to send them to Bosa. Because you saw it work in the beginning, and then they just adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
Part of their game plan was just hold the guy the whole game. But anyway.
In case you want to hear something really rich. Just speaking to Kyle Shannon, he admitted that on that fourth down play where we got back out on 4th and 1, he does admit, what the heck did I punt it for? Could have ran the sneak. The sneaks worked every time this year. If anything, Alex Mack can take out that
I'm waiting for him to do that, man.
Kyle,
I'm waiting for him to do the fake punt, or yeah, man.
4th and 1. Take it. Of course you can get it. They're not going to stop you on 1. They haven't all year.
Yeah. So
hindsight.
Ronbo, yesterday you said you don't think Devo can do like the deep routes and stuff, like a deep go route, like you don't think Devo gets separation that deep, or?
Well, because I'm just saying the cornerbacks. Okay, a deep threat guy usually runs, outrageous routes, or he has a step, he has a speed to send that defense into turmoil.
That next gear, yeah.
Yeah, Debo when it comes to wrestling matches downfield, he's going to win that match probably most of the time, but he's not what you call by definition a deep threat wide receiver. Ayuk could be, but I don't see them trying to deploy him that way. Sherfield.
I'm just really tired of watching, because Kyle thinks like he has 55 yards on every play, right? He can go left to right, and he's always trying to use Debo and stuff like behind the line. I just want to see Debo go deep, man. Like I feel like his offense looks kind of college when it's not working,
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. All right, we're gonna. I imagine they got some things they're gonna reflect upon this week and make some adjustments. But
Rumble, we're playing the Toots next week, man. You gotta bring up the starter jacket, man.
Yeah, no, we're playing the Hawks, you mean? Yeah, no, I'm ready. Yeah, it's a good idea too. Okay, so I'll see you midweek and see what Kyle Shanahan's cooking. All right.
Sounds good, Ron. Appreciate you, man. Have a good night, man.
You too, fam. Hey, Nigel.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
Nigel, man, I'm looking at some of the things that contributed toward that loss. Since most of the blame has been put on Jimmy, but there were plenty of reasons for that game being lost. Nigel, I don't know. Did I leave anything out? I mentioned some things that I wish could improve to help us at least have an easier avenue toward winning. What are you thinking?
No, I think you're totally right. I agree with you. It was a concerted effort to lose that game. It wasn't just one aspect. It wasn't just Jimmy G. It wasn't just the defense. Throughout the game, we just had, we didn't score till the last minute of the first half, and that kind of hurt us. Then the second half, it's like our offense got. But I think the defense is just really mediocre the whole game, and our offense wasn't alive till the second half. And I don't know. It was a really weird game, and I'll be 100% honest. I wasn't really confident in us winning this game. For some reason, it felt like a trap game to me.
It turned out to be.
It felt like, I mean, the fact that we came back and we were within those 37 seconds of a victory it was really surprising to me, to be honest. I was just like, I don't know. I was really upset. It was kind of a weird game for me. I was super mad actually after the game. I was just nothing but expletives coming out my mouth. But yeah, I think D'Amico has a lot to. He's a rookie defensive coordinator, and we're gonna have some growing pains with him. And at the end of the day, it was our defense that gave up that play. You know, I was listening to your show from the post game yesterday, and a lot of people were wanting to blame Jimmy G, but I don't think he played that bad. I mean, yeah, he had a couple of mistakes where he had the interception, the fumble, but you know, nobody's talking about the 2 touchdowns that he had, the third down conversions that he had.
No, you'll never get that.
You know,
No,
to make the plays going. So
nobody ever
and
talks
don't
about.
get me wrong, Jim. Yeah, I'm not like this Jimmy guy. Like I actually wanted us to draft a quarterback and this and that, but you know, I don't know what people are thinking. It's like we get so emotional. You want to blame somebody, and I do fall into that pit too. But yesterday, I felt myself wanting to blame 15 different people, from the coaches to the players, and it just comes out to this thing where our whole team really, you know, fell short in certain aspects. So I don't think it was just one person that screwed it up, you know. So I don't know. It kind of bothered me that everybody was just bagging on Jimmy G, even though I've done it myself. But that was messed up.
That's become the norm. After anytime we lost, that's become the norm if Jimmy's on the game. But here's a funny thing about this. I'm wondering what Kyle decided to throw that ball deep to George Kittle, and actually that had 2 different effects. Now, one, they're saying that Jair made a great play on that ball, but the thing is, the box, they were stacking. Do you know? And here's the thing. After Kyle did call that play, it did have a positive effect. It made them back the hell up off the line a little, and the 49ers offense was able to start to run a little bit. They were starting to get a few more plays off. Kyle, for the love of God, and I know you're the savant of this profession, work on that shot because every time I see them throw that play, it looks like they work on it at times. It doesn't look professional. It doesn't look rehearsed. It doesn't look normal. And I know everybody, Jimmy can't throw the ball deep. Well, hell, what they're doing is what they all do together all week long. Then expand the workout. I mean, I understand that Jimmy's number one as far as tearing up the middle of the field as far as the passing game goes. Okay, that's fine. Now, surprise the defense and throw the ball out. No, I don't believe Jimmy can't throw it. Everybody says he can't, but I've seen him do it. I saw him do it when he was in college. I looked at that film. I saw him when he did it with the Patriots. He can do it. I'm wondering why Kyle doesn't want to do it. Is it the fact he doesn't think he has the wide receivers to handle that situation, or is it Jimmy, or is it Kyle? I'm torn on these thoughts. Like, Kyle, work on that. You know?
Yeah, and you know, also, Kyle has to take. I mean, he does take the onus for when, you know, whatever happens in the outcomes of games, especially on losses. But it's becoming very evident that his kryptonite is clock management. Whether I mean, can I blame him? Can I blame him for Juice getting that touchdown? No, I can't, because you know Mike Golick, he was with Mike Florio earlier today, and he was talking about, you know, it's different when you need a field goal versus a touchdown. Like if you need a touchdown, sometimes you just have to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And your defense is going to be out there, and they got to make the play sometimes, man. I mean, you know, you can't just be like all these people are talking about, oh, you needed to waste more time. That's real easy to say, you know?
Hindsight,
that's super
Nigel.
easy to say.
We
that's
gotta
real
stop,
simple,
though.
but
Yeah, I agree.
anyway, all right, man.
Let me see you midweek. Good to hear from you again, too.
Yeah, no problem. I'm always listening, so yeah, I'll try to chime in when I can.
All right,
appreciate you taking me my call, man.
Oh, I always appreciate you. All right, night, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Marion.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Oh, man, we're reflecting on a 1-point, 2-point whooping that we did not have to have. You know, it's not like we got beat up. We just gave up. Marion, did we give up, or what happened in that last minute? Was there a brain fart? What would you have done different with 37 seconds. Would you have done anything different with 37 seconds, or do you feel that part as soon as Aaron Rodgers walked on the field, game over?
Hell yeah, I done something different. I would have put 3 guys on Devante Adams. He's been killing us all night. That's common sense. I didn't understand why we were playing zone. You know what I'm saying? We were playing it seemed like we were playing like a soft coverage prevent zone, and he was just wide ass open, just wide open. I didn't understand that. So my thing was, for starters, let's be real. D'Amico Ryan is trash. His defensive playbook is trash. I'm just calling how it is now. I'm not one of those fans that be optimistic and all that. I call it how it is. Listen, we in trouble. We are not ready. Until I see otherwise, we're not ready. Because what we saw in the first game against Detroit was up, and then what happened? We got comfortable. Now, they played good defense against Philadelphia, but look, that's Jalen Hurts. Anybody can play defense against Jalen Hurts and Philadelphia Eagles. So, I'm not going to count that. But when it came to Aaron Rodgers, this dude went to one dude the whole game, and you had the nerve to have a rookie on Devante Adams. I just didn't get that. Not to mention, Randall Cobb didn't get not one reception last night, if I'm not mistaken. Not one. Not one.
And
you know what I mean?
And you know what was the problem with that too? Because the shark was out there. You're not a shark when if you're in the shark's waters in the slot, you ain't getting nothing but 8 up, and that's what worries me about next week. He ain't gonna be there for Tyler Lockett. But one thing I want to say, Marion, about what you just said about D'Amico, those are veterans, polished veterans out there working for D'Amico. I still think that some of this has something to do with what they're doing as well. I understand you got to follow D'Amico's the head coach, DC, and I got to do what he says. But Fred, you are the guy who runs that defense like nobody else can. If you see something that needs correction, overrule. Just overrule. They probably don't do that kind of thing, but I got Jimmy Ward out there. I got Kwaski T. Alshar's not a rookie no more. Shark knows what he's doing. Them old dudes know what they're doing. I just don't.
Yeah,
Devante, get on Devante. Oh.
Look, at the end of the day, man, I don't have enough time to go down the schedule. But if we're going to play like that against and look, Green Bay is not no top tier A+ team. Okay,
Nope.
Let's just be real about that. All right,
Nope.
if when it comes down to, we have to play real offenses against real quarterbacks.
Oh.
And when they see a weakness in the defense and instead of going to it, you have to make some kind of in-game, not projections, but some in-game adjustments. And that's what we did not do yesterday. All game long. Now, granted, we were down 17-0. If one for that kick return by Cannon that pretty much prepared for that first score, this game would have been over a long time ago. But they built some kind of momentum. We got the ball back second half. I'm not even mad at Jimmy, even though Jimmy did turn the ball over that one time.
Yeah, he did.
Which was a mistake. And Jimmy did go, but Jimmy didn't go down the field. He did score. So you have to give Jimmy that credit. Also, we have to look at Kyle Shanahan's play call. I was a little bit suspect in the beginning because I didn't understand what the hell he was doing. And granted, Trey Sermon is not who we thought he was. He did okay in the second half, but we don't have no running back. So we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Okay? So let's just be real about it.
And we cannot wait. We cannot wait for Jeffrey Wilson Jr. to heal up. And Lord have mercy, please, can you bring Elijah Mitchell back next week? If not, Marion, man, what are we going to do?
Look it. We do have
Carry-on Johnson?
Devon Patrick. Oh. No, Patrick from Florida State, from my school, Florida State. And Patrick's a bit back. He wasn't implemented into the system. Yes, I think he's inactive. But I'm not concerned about the running back. I'm a little concerned about offensive line, how they did get dealt with last night. I'm a little concerned about that. And I'm concerned about Kevon Williams healthy because he can't stay healthy. You know what I mean? So that secondary is we have problems. However, if D4 could bring back 2019 D4 and beyond,
please,
we'll be
D.
all right.
Please, D.
So
Mary,
that's all I got. And
all right, well, good, man, fam. Good timing.
Devon Kinlaw,
Yeah.
you need to step it up. I'm done.
Meredith, I'm looking for you midweek, too. I'll be back, see what's going on. Maybe we'll be having happy times on Wednesday.
No, let's do the Kinlaw.
Have a great night, Marion. And Brian, get in here.
Hey, Ronbo.
Brian, you know, I went down through a list of other things, and you know what really scares me about the list of things that I just went down through? Even if we were to improve the Jimmy G situation, those other situations would still be there. I'm really concerned about a defense that we depend upon heavily. Maybe they're going to... Brian, you know what? One thing I'll say before I let you have this. Remember, every time we go to the East Coast and come back, we always look like butt cheeks. So I'm thinking, and I'm praying, that next week, this will be the continued thing. The 49ers all said, whoa, hey, we're back. Okay, you guys are over the East Coast lag? Let's go. And maybe they just come out and play a whale of a game against the Hawks that are coming in with Chris Carson. It's worrying me to death. Brian, take it away. Your observations on some of the things that I may have left out tonight as far as things to worry about. And since we've decided to worry, we've only got 24 hours to do that. As you know, Brian, the 24-hour window, and then move on. All right, go ahead. We got rules.
I totally agree. I really do, because I think, like what you said, you know, yesterday at the beginning of the game, they started out and they looked flat. And I think maybe because they look flat, maybe it's because they don't have a running game right now, that we don't seem so dominant in the beginning of the game, because, you know, when you run the ball, you chew up more clock. You chew up more clock, you have the possession. The other team can't get the ball. Right. But once we did start moving and we did start scoring, we got a rhythm. You know, we went into a half 7, and then we come back out, we scored another 7. I think the penalty calls, like what I touched on last night, Aaron Rodgers throws such a nice pass. It's hard to not throw a penalty when, you know, the wide receiver doesn't catch the ball, because the ball's right there. Wherever he wants to throw it, it's right there. But no, I agree. I think, you know, maybe hopefully next week our lag, you know, our East Coast lag should be over with. You know, I think the Niners probably went into the game thinking they were going to win because of all the hype. You know, we won so many times and everybody's supposed to be, you know, healthy. But, you know, this one, even at the end of the game, though, we still kept up and we were able to come in. We made it a game. Clock management really did hurt us at the end of the game. But, again, I'm going to stand by what I said last night. I like Jimmy. He's my guy, but he's not the guy who can throw it super deep down the field. And if we're not going to run plays where we can get people into position where he can be successful, then we need to sprinkle Lance in a little bit more. And, you know, if we sprinkle Lance in more, then he needs to throw the ball more too. He doesn't need to just be the running back. And right now we need to sign corners and we need to sign running backs. And until Jeff Wilson Jr. comes back, we're really hurting.
Well, you know, we could actually get by, I think, with Elijah Mitchell. Because, you know, if Shannon doesn't have his run game, I don't know what else he's going to do. His whole design is built behind the run game. So he's going to run it even if he can't. And then, of course, that's when we get into huge trouble. He did admit,
that's
though.
why they're using
that Rob, Detroit versus everybody.
Brian, he did admit, though, that he made a mistake on that 4th and 1. That was another turning point. Yeah. Kyle, go for it.
Yeah, because if they would have went, Jimmy's doing quarterback sneaks and getting the 1 yard. He's good at that. Why not? If it's 4th and 1 like that, you know, and you hesitated to do it real quick, and then they can't run out the punt team. They should have just done it. You know, I mean, like, we're down 17-0, or it was 17-0 at that point, or 14-0. Just do it. You know, it's the first game back to your home opener. Let's do it. The crowd was rocking. You know, but sometimes they just don't seem to have confidence in Jimmy or something like that. And I'm really getting upset, because if he's our quarterback, then we need to really put behind all efforts behind Jimmy, and let's continue to go forward. Let's not keep, you know, like jumping around. And, you know, if we are going to say, hey, he doesn't have the mobility, he doesn't have the arm talent, then we'll sprinkle Lance in on some of these plays. But right now, all the end arounds and all these other things that we're covering up because we don't have running backs, yeah, we can win games like that, but if we don't start out early And that's what's happened in the last couple of games. We haven't started out early. If we start out scoring the game, we got a good chance to control the whole game throughout the whole game. They won't catch up to us. But if we don't score first, the game's over.
Yeah. You know, the Rams, I went and watched a bunch of the games yesterday. Do you know Stafford started off looking like absolute awful? Brady,
both of them was punting back to him. Yeah.
Tom Brady started out looking just awful. You know, it's not unusual for a team to start off a little slow. It's really not. It's what they do, though, to recover. If you stay in that mode the whole game, yeah, it's bad. Also, I got a feeling that it's not just Jimmy where the lack of confidence may be. Because the offense is not just the quarterback. It's about everybody. You know, I don't know what's going on in practice during the course of the week, but what you're seeing is the culmination of what they worked on all week long. So if Kyle doesn't believe in Jimmy, you bet your last buck he is going to take him out. He's got Lance sitting there. So this is not, I don't know that that's exactly the reason why things aren't being done. The quarterback sneak, they've never failed.
I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in him.
No, I'm just saying the
quarterback
sneak,
it's not.
They've never failed on that. Never. Since they've
season. Yeah, exactly.
So do that.
Yeah. Yeah, when you can have him in position to win, put him in the position to win. And I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in him, but he doesn't believe in him in a certain position, certain plays where he's going to be like, okay, we're being successful at that because he's not going to do that. When it's 4th and 1 and he can, push across the line like he's a linebacker, do it, because we're built to win right now. We need a couple positions, but we're good. And Ronbo, man, I'm going to say it, if they did bring in Sherman, he would help on the defensive side. Maybe don't want to play all the plays and stuff like that, but he'll help, if he can run.
If from another perspective, from a leadership position, because I'm not sure if Josh Norman is that kind of a guy. We lost Jason Verrett. That group is out there without that element of leadership, and it kind of concerns me. I'm thinking Fred Warner can do a lot, but he's in their age group. Brian, we're going to run out of time. These are things we're going to be chewing up.
I'll talk to you later. Hey, we'll come back. We'll come back again, and I'll talk to you real soon. But no, they definitely need to work on some things. All right. Good night. Go Niners.
Night, Brian. And I'm going to call you Sirs from now on, all right? Because there's an S in there. I'm going to go silent with the S. Sirs 11. Someone call Matt Breida. Somebody else mentioned Matt Breida recently. He's on the third string on the depth chart at Blink. I think he's still in Miami. And Big Show, otherwise known as Michael Atlantis, says Aaron Rodgers, 69% of completed passes. Jimmy G, 62%. Aaron Rodgers, 261 passing yards. Jimmy, 251 passing yards. Aaron Rodgers, 2 passing TDs. Jimmy, 2 passing TDs, 1 INT. We want to blame Jimmy. See, these are the things, the digits say what they say. And then, of course, if you're going to designate blame, you got to go first to the quarterback, and then, of course, the coach, and then you start looking around the rest of the team. This is a normal thing, though. I understand that, and I'm starting to get used to it. I'm going to stop resisting it and stop battling against it. Twitter people know. Today I didn't start, So, there he is. My brother from another. Oh, wait. Rakim Zimane. Ronbo, we're just average right now. The team always good for a few brain farts every season. I am so sick of all the damn injuries. You and me both, Rakim. And as 49 Lakers, Jimmy G's biggest fan, Jimmy G limits our offense to being the weakest, the sorriest, the just most useless offense in all of NFL history in 3 phases. Not only do I not believe in Jimmy, neither does Kyle, neither does Jesus Christ. Trey will play when he's ready. Let me get an amen. All right. Thanks.
Amen.
Thanks, 49 Lakers. Oh, and Rakeem also says quarterback sneaks would not have worked yesterday as Mac Daddy was getting his booty handed to him yesterday. Rakeem, though, for the quarterback sneak, I think this is Alex Mack's forte. Even if he's not doing anything else, I think he gets that done. But he was having trouble yesterday. He really was. Except on that block that he sprung when Trey ran around the edge. He did do a good job on that. But for the rest of the day, he was kind of, Well, let me go back to my happy space with my dude. And we go to the blue waters of Hawaii. Tony! Tony!
Aloha, Ronbo. Happy Monday to
Aloha,
you.
Tony. Well, Tony, you gave us a little bit yesterday about the Jimmy and some other things. I mentioned some things today, too. Is there anything that I left out or anything you want to amplify on? I'd love to hear your perspective.
Okay, so we're still within the 24-hour window, right? So we're allowed to talk about Green Bay? Okay,
Yes.
all right. I'm going to take this opportunity to say this. So the Niners struggled yesterday, but the reason why the Niners struggled was because they got outside of their game plan very early. The reason why that happened is because we were facing an elite quarterback who had an elite wide receiver to throw to in Aaron Rodgers and Devante Adams. And people were talking about Nick Bosa needs to step up. There's not very much that the defensive line can do when Aaron Rodgers is throwing 40 yards down the field in 2 seconds. So no matter how quick that pass rush can get in there, it's Aaron Rodgers with his amazing arm talent, near Patrick Mahomes level arm talent, and his ability to diagnose the play, getting rid of the ball quickly to his elite wide receivers down the field. Is really kind of what beat us. Now, that got us outside of the game plan. So those early deep completions to Valdez Scantling, and then also to
Lazard.
to Lazard very early on. So we took away Devontae early on in those games, but Rodgers just stepped up and threw that ball deep. And so those first 2 drives, we found ourselves down 10-0, which had the effect of making us have to play the game differently and adjust probably earlier than we were ready to. Now, look at the other side of the ball here for the 49ers offense. We were off to another slow start. And I really think Kyle Shanahan, he is an offensive genius, but I think he was overthinking things. Look at the way a lot of those drives started off. The first play of the game was a fullback dive, which was cool. I love getting Kyle Juszczyk the ball.
Yeah.
A lot of YouTube talking heads are going on and on and on about, hey, let Juszczyk have the ball more. In many ways, that seemed kind of like trolling them. But at the end of that drive, we got 1 first down and then weren't able to stay on the field. Had to give the ball back to Aaron Rodgers, who then threw another deep pass to Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and ultimately they turned that into a touchdown. The next drive up, they go 3 and out right away. Where the running game was not effective because of the way the Packers schemed it up. I misspoke yesterday when I talked about them run blitzing. What they were doing is that they were just taking away all of the gaps that we could run through as their game plan. It was really, really smart, just the way that they were schemed defensively, and we were simply not ready to do that. And I talked about the fact that the Packers had an elite quarterback and an elite wide receiver. Well, our elite offensive talent, the way I look at it right now, we have 3 elite offensive players. We have Trent Williams, we have George Kittle, and we have Kyle Juszczyk. And what we used to have was Raheem Mostert's elite speed. And so we don't have the ability to out-athlete them the way that we did when we had Raheem Mostert. So you look at what we had that is great on our offense, it's our blocking ability with George Kittle, Juszczyk, and Trent Williams. Well, right now, we don't have the speed to capitalize upon all of that talent. So I did some interesting digging today, just into some statistics, and something really stuck out at me. So the fastest player clocked by Next Gen Stats this season in the NFL, do you know who that is, Ronbo?
I think it was Kowalski. Was it Kowalski T?
It's Trenton Cannon on the kick return last night, who ran like 22.7 miles per hour on that kick return. Now, he plays running back, but if anybody fits that athletic profile that we lost with Raheem Mostert, at least with top-end speed, it's going to be Trenton Cannon. And so I think, amongst other things that I would do to tweak the offense, I would call different plays at different times, especially towards the end of the game. But we need to put Trenton Cannon back there in the same situations that we would try to get Raheem Mostert set up with home run balls. Now, I don't know if he has Raheem's vision. I don't know if Bobby Turner likes Trenton Cannon very much. I don't know any of those things. But to capitalize on where the 49ers are elite on offense, which is Trent Williams, George Kittle's blocking, and Kyle Juszczyk's blocking. We need to use Trent Kincaid in the same way that we used Raheem Mostert beforehand, and watch it open up for us, because all of a sudden the defenses are going to have to loosen up the way that they play to compensate for elite speed. And absence.
And
Sorry.
you left out the other side with Mike McGlinchey. That's another guy he can run behind. It's set up. Yes.
It is. He's a premium run blocker, but I mean he's PFF always rates him out as a great run blocker. I just wanted to key in on that word elite. Where we got beat yesterday was by Aaron Rodgers and by Devante Adams, who have developed together, who became an elite 1-2, who got us out of our game plan and forced us to play from behind all game. Now listen to this. The defense gave up 2 turnovers, and still we only lost by that field goal at the end of the day. The defense has issues at quarterback, but the issue is the offense. End of case.
I do agree. We're going to have to bookmark it. I wish we had time for all of this. It's such good stuff. Tony, Wednesday, don't let me down. Get back in here and finish. I'm going to remember where you left off, diagramming this misery. All right, fam.
Aloha, Ronbo.
Aloha, Tony. Tony did his work on that one. That's the gospel truth. 49ers Lakers. Jimmy's biggest fan says, I like the way you did that rendition of that me, Ronbo. Now can I get some Rudy Ray Moore to finish that off right? Way down in the jungle deep. 49ers Lakers. Let me work on that. Dude. Did you see anything else about that game that wasn't right? Probably not. Hey, D-Flow.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How's it going?
D-Flow, man, we're sitting there trying to figure out how you lose a game in 37 seconds by 2 points. But,
that's kind of easy.
D-Flow, what's so funny, though? I just realized something. Why Aaron Rodgers can get rid of a deep pass within 2 seconds. He puts that big rainbow arc on the ball a lot like Russell Wilson does. So that ball's traveling into the sky like a guided missile. And he's been with Devante Adams for years. These are things that take time to develop, too. But I'm impressed with how he can do that. He did it a couple of times. He didn't do it all the time. Devante did a lot of short stuff. But, fam, what did I leave out today as far as some of the other reasons? You can go over Jimmy if you want to. But, what were some of the other aspects of this game that need to be improved?
Well, basically, with the 37 seconds, for some reason, the whole world knew who Rodgers was going to throw it to, and they did not bracket him. They did not do double coverage, man unders on Devante Adams. That's why we lost the game. So that's plain and simple. The defense played good, but I don't know what he was thinking for not trying to double the best player on offense. So other than that, Jimmy played a good game. But we all got to understand, Jimmy does not have an arm like Aaron Rodgers where he can throw that deep touch pass with zip on it. We all know Jimmy he's pretty good within anything within the 15 to 20 range. That's why if everybody watches the game again, the whole other teams know they're going to run the ball. Jimmy's going to throw the crossing patterns 10 to 15 yards. What did Green Bay do? They clogged up the middle. That's why we couldn't get no running game. That's why we couldn't get no passing game. And you alluded earlier until Jimmy said, hey, let me just throw it deep real quick. And that's when the linebackers and the safeties backed up. Mm-hmm. I have no idea why Kyle Shanahan, supposed to know offense, don't know how they're going to game plan.
Right.
All right, first play of the game, they're stacking 10 guys in the box.
To hit them puppies Second with play, a deep shot.
There's still 10 guys. Yeah. Exactly. Does Jimmy see it? Can he call an audible? That's what I really want to know.
Or does he still have to run? I'm glad you bring that up. Speak to that. But here's the thing. Does Shanahan allow for audibles? I keep wondering about that because I wonder if they always agree at the line of scrimmage, whatever the play call was. All right, Alex Mack, Jimmy, talk about that for a second. Is that the right thing to do? Alex, you see how the defense is lined up. What's plan B? I always wonder.
Exactly. Because, like, I'm trying to watch this game again, and it's like, oh, dude, like, how do you not see what's coming? Like, you're literally running into the defenders. You're literally throwing into 5 defenders. Like,
Right.
I don't know how many times, every time Jimmy threw the ball, there's like 3 guys on Debo ready to hit him, ready to kill him. Anybody and to prove my point again, look, we got George Kittle, one of the best tight ends in the league. You put him out wide in the slot. What do? He torches them up. Torches.
He finally used George in this
catches.
game. Well, at least he finally used him a little bit in this game. But you know, D-Flo, I'm with you on this now.
A little bit too late.
I mean, the thing is,
a little bit too late because, look,
other than Debo,
we don't understand. Look,
forget about everybody else. Give George the ball. Just give it to him. He's going to get it.
And
you
not
put it
only
up.
that, like, because we have other blockers that are tight end that if we need blocking, because you got to learn how to play chess. You can put him another Ross Dwally as blocking. You know, he's a serviceable blocker.
Yeah.
You can put him 2 out and split them out. Have him go 1-on-1 with the linebacker. Like, because use your weapons. Debo can go deep.
Because GK he's going to get draw. He's going to draw double teams, and the other guys are going to get loose. Let it. Come on.
Exactly.
Kyle has
and
to
not
see
only
that.
he
has to.
And like I just don't, because I think what it has to be. This guy Kyle's ego is so big he thinks he's the best, which that's what he probably thinks. But someone has to be a friend of Kyle and stop being a yes man. Be like, look, hey, you got to let go of your ego, dude. What's your record, buddy? How many Super Bowls you won? So get rid of that ego and just focus on winning the game. That's it. Who cares about if your play works? Oh, yeah, I'm calling the plays. Let your quarterback audible, because we all see how many guys were in the box. 11 guys. A few times you can see all 11 on the screen.
Makes no sense.
On TV, you can see all 11
and you're still going to run that
same.
You can run that same play. Why?
The same play and crossing patterns right there where it's easy to get picked off, and that's why the players, weren't going to catch it because they didn't want to get killed. Like, come on, dude. Like, what's going on?
I wish Jimmy just stand in line. I wish Jimmy would just say, George, listen, run, just go. I'm coming to you, okay? Just run as hard as you can. I'm coming right down the seam. They'll never catch you. That would work every frigging time.
But for some reason, like they have their own issues. And I still don't get why DeMeco Ryan, he plays football. You should know who the best player in offense is, and you game plan to eliminate him from scoring.
Even if it's at the halftime.
From the game plan.
Yeah. You saw what he's doing.
It's like, how do you not?
I don't know. He learned from that. I'm praying. All right, D-Flo, I'll see you Wednesday, huh?
Yeah, I'm praying too. Same thing with Kyle Shanahan. Hey, you put Kittle in the slot, you torch fucking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, dude. Like,
they can't
you don't
cover
have a running game going on right now.
He runs routes
You haven't had
so
over 100 yards since week 1. But
I'm going to see you Wednesday. Maybe he'll talk to us. Hey, Derek. Derek. All right. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, we're sitting here looking at some of the reasoning that some of the things that we couldn't think yesterday. Of course, when we lose, no matter what, it's always Jimmy's fault. But in truth, there were some other reasons why we lost that game. Ain't no doubt about it, right? So I mentioned the fact that, and D-Flo just brought up something that's very interesting as well. There are times, I understand Kyle's the boss, and everybody respects him on the line of scrimmage, but you know what? Every now and then, I wish they just go off schedule and just say, hey, look, I see the faces of every friggin' one of these Packers. Jimmy, George, get over here. All right, listen, I want you to stand still for just a split second, and then you just run out into a sprint as hard as you can. Jimmy's going to drop back in about a 6-drop step. He's going to launch that thing, and you are going to be the recipient. It's all your show after that. There are so many things that could be done differently, but I know they work on these things in practice all week long. Kyle's like, this will work if you do this, this, and this. And remember, Kyle is the one who told GK years ago, he says, if you'd have done this, this, and this, I guarantee you 40 yards. And George did it, and he got 40 yards exactly. So you can't argue with Kyle. But Jay, what are you thinking? I mean, what did I leave out?
It's just this simple. Kyle don't trust Jimmy G.
Yeah, I've heard that a million times. But still, that has nothing to do with what I just said.
Yeah, I know, but it all goes to the fact he's not going to pull Jimmy G and tell him, hey, George, you do this. He don't trust Jimmy G. And so his whole game plan is to throw the immediate routes, throw underneath routes, and it's depending on what's going to happen.
Jay, I want to pick your head on this for a second. Okay, let's say you're right. He doesn't trust Jimmy. Okay, so you're going to continue to run the same plays that don't work?
That's what I don't understand, Ronbo.
See, that's what I'm saying. This is not I don't trust Jimmy. This is like I don't have a better idea. Okay? Because Jimmy's just a quarterback. He does what he's told. All this stuff about Jimmy can't do this, Jimmy can't do that, that's real questionable. Jimmy G didn't get to where he is just because he can't play football. So, you tell Jimmy what you want him to do, and I believe there'd be a better shot at it. Because what we're seeing, and Kyle even admitted yesterday, on 4th and 1, why I did what I did. And if I had a chance to do it over again, I wouldn't. So there are times when if you let Jimmy make up his own mind what he wants to do, like he did when he first came in that 2017 year, when he was out there on his own, doing everything off schedule just about, that's the Jimmy I want to see. Stop holding him to the same thing. They can do this. They're grown men.
Yeah, there is, and I think a lot of times Kyle getting his own way. I don't want to say he's so arrogant, but some in him is a little bit too arrogant, where he feel like this is gonna work. This is, he can think he could grab any running back and make them all pro. He can put any quarterback in his system,
he didn't want to start Trey. Remember, Trey just started last week. He just played last week. Kyle does not. You talk about not trusting somebody. If you want to apply that, he does not like Trey. What's his name? Sermon. Sermon is. I was trying to figure out why isn't Sermon playing in the first week. Now I understand. Sermon.
Why did we draft him?
He looked good at Ohio State, but then so did Justin Fields, and he was killed yesterday.
Look at Carlos Hyde. Tell me any running back from Ohio is working out besides Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just being dead honest.
And Zeke's running out of gas now too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And we knew we needed corners. This is what I'm thinking. In the past, I'm like, okay, this should work because we got a lineman, because lineman is always the lineman
you got
on
to win in the trenches, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I understand about Aaron Banks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But why did we draft 2 running backs? I would have drafted.
One of them was okay. I like Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have drafted Mitchell, and I would have drafted a corner. Because, just be frank.
Yeah. Jason
Verrett had 1 year. He had 1 year with us, basically. You know what I'm saying? 1 good year. The rest, he's been injured. Why do we not? And then we keep bringing Dante Sorry-ass Johnson on this squad, and we could have just had we could have drafted somebody. We could have drafted a corner.
But wait, remember, we got Ambry Thomas, who's a healthy scratch each and every week so far.
But they say he ain't panning out. He missed the whole year last year. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we draft the players that is missing or hurt, and then we or somebody who's sorry? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
you
I
can't.
don't know, man.
When you look at them on paper and analytics and everything else you apply, these players look good, and you're supposed to draft them. You know what? The draft is a shot in the dark each and every year. As I said, you look at the first-string quarterbacks. All of them are getting their ass handed to them right now, except for Trey, because he ain't playing. So you know what? This is the thing about the draft.
That's a given for quarterbacks, though.
But you know what? I'm starting to think the Rams.
Quarterback.
I agree, but I think the Rams are right. Forget about the draft. Go give up all them draft picks and get you somebody who knows what they're doing. Jay, we gotta go though. Jay, I'm gonna see you Wednesday. All right.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night, brother.
You too, man. Yeah, I'm you know what, fam? I'm done laughing at the Rams. I'm telling y'all. The Rams know what they're doing. You get rid of your draft picks. You don't know what they're going to do. You can get a first-round pick all day. He'll come in there and stink the place up like you ain't never seen before. Hey, come on, Friday everyone says Jimmy doesn't throw deep, but what wide receiver has the speed and gets the separation to go deep? I'll wait. I've been saying this for 3 years. Come on, Friday. Kyle, I wanted Henry Ruggs. You got Javon Kinlaw. We ain't got nobody. Okay, you know what? It's not gonna help now. I might as well quit crying. It is what it is. Derek, come on in, man.
Yep.
You see me? I'm
Yes.
Marquise Goodwin. We just cussed him out and told him to get the hell up out of here. Now I ain't got no speed.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurd.
I think that this.
Rumored to have speed, but he can't run. He ain't got no leg.
Yeah. I'm waiting on him. So, yeah, Ronbo, I think that the game, we got a little bit of overreaction going on. I think the more I look at it,
I know, right?
The more I look at it, it seems kind of like Shanahan on one hand is trying to he thinks he can do enough by scheming and stuff to win a game. Because I feel like he's just trying to protect players that have been hurt in the past, kind of. Thurman just got out of concussion protocol. Why would he run them hard? You know,
Yeah, that's a
he
good
had
point.
to do something.
That's a good point.
And then look at Kittle. Kittle got hurt. Kittle gets hurt every year.
He's hurt
right?
now. He's day to day. Between now and next week, he's day to day.
What?
Calf.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
He's got a calf
yeah,
injury.
But this is what I'm saying. K'Wan Williams, he goes out for a few games every year. So it's just.
He's out.
But, I mean,
3 weeks,
if we're going to
4
be
weeks.
honest, at some point we have to look at Kyle and evaluate his decision-making overall. Not just with like, the thing is people like outside of me, you, and a few others, people just can't stand Jim. Well, why the hell didn't he cut him yet? You know? Why is he still here if he doesn't trust Jimmy so much?
I know, right?
Why is he still here? It's just the decisions. Then he keeps drafting hurt players or players that can't play.
And
I just
Derek,
don't
add to
understand.
that, if indeed everybody put Trey Lance in the game. If Trey Lance was beating Jimmy out in practice, you bet your last dime he'd be playing. So there's another problem. We ain't got nobody to go to.
That's why we have to look at the whole thing as a whole, Ronbo. And the thing with Trey Lance that I think, yes, he has an arm, right? Everybody's like, yeah, this guy's got a great arm, but I think it's the stuff that Jimmy does well that Trey can't grasp yet, like his timing. I mean, you can't take away what the man does well, and he kills it in the middle. What does Trey have a problem with, Ronbo? What did he have a problem with? Too much heat, right?
Too much heat.
They have to let him. Yeah, you gotta let him adjust. And I think that we lost the goddamn game, but there's 14 more games. So let's,
And between now and then, hopefully.
Right.
Another thing, Derek, Trey, he's reading, but you saw how many times he got sacked, right? In preseason games.
Yep.
It's the game's too fast for him right now. For all those people keep saying bring him in, they think you're seeing something bad now. You put Trey in there now. You go out there, you watch him get sacked, and he loses his confidence. You've destroyed a first-round pick.
Yeah, I mean, like you
said,
look at all the other rookies.
They're getting killed.
Mac would probably be doing the best, but he don't have no weapons over there.
I know he's got that. We got that wide receiver I wanted from Arizona, who's really. What's his name? Kill Harry. My God.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was gonna be something.
Yeah. So.
I don't know. I think we just need to give it a couple weeks. We need to get a couple running backs back. We got more guys in, and I think the reason they didn't play them is because they weren't up to speed yet.
Yeah.
So
we do have some injuries.
And I mean, Seattle. Look, I think we're ahead of. Well, if we can beat them, we can kind of put Seattle up behind us. So it's on to the next week. You know, like they say, you get 24 hours to move on. What can we do to improve the team?
And please move on. Yes.
Let's really talk about solutions, not just Jimmy. Come on, people. Let's talk about solutions.
God.
Cornerback. I mean, that soft coverage stuff, that is way bigger problem than Jimmy. And I think it's good for Trey to see how Jimmy moved us down that field on that last try. He gave us opportunity. So
he gave us the lead. He gave us the lead.
Damn right. I'll watch that
37 seconds. Can you please hold this for 37 seconds? That's all we can do is get one. No, we can't do it. Devante, are you ready?
Ronbo, I went back and watched that. I had no idea. What the hell was that coverage at the end? He was just wide open in the middle of like 4 defenders. I'm like, what is going on? So, yeah. But it's
like somebody got paid to let them win.
Yeah, kind of. But D'Amico, we got to give him a chance too, man. He's new. This is his third game as a coordinator. People,
I'm not mad at him. I just wish that. But D'Amico's a smart guy.
Yeah, I don't know what the coverage was, but yeah, he's new. You know, and I get it. Growing pains. You know, I think it was Shabazz that came in last night and said we're gonna go through that.
I know, but you know what? On the sidelines, D'Amico, you call everybody over. All right, guys, this is it. We make them. They beat us. They beat us with anybody but Devante. Anybody but Devante. All right? Lazard, Valdez-Scantling, y'all got this.
Yep.
But we are not letting Devante Adams win this game. That's all you do. Put that in their minds. Now you kick off a psyche.
Yeah.
No. Devante's sitting open in the middle of the goddamn field.
Yeah, I don't know what. I have no idea what that is a bigger concern than anything what Jimmy was doing. To be honest with you, like the cornerback play, we gave up like 100 yards in penalties. Why are we talking about our quarterback? That's 100.
PI after PI after PI, because we can't cover.
You can't win like that. Yep. I mean, but they should have had a safety cheating over top or something wrong. I don't know. We didn't double him. What? We doubled him one time, and that was when he got knocked out.
I know, right? And we should have knocked him completely out. How many points did we give up to the Pack in 2019 in both games? I don't know if we gave up 30 points in 2 games combined. Anyway,
I don't think so. We crushed it the first time.
The
second time. Yeah. So, I don't know, Ronbo. It is. We got to back to the drawing board. We need to actually talk about what can make the team better.
Derek, I agree. Let's talk about this Wednesday and see what's going to happen. Kyle must have something to say about this.
I'll see if I can get in here, Ronbo. But we know what the problem is. We need to address it. So.
I know. We know too. All right, Derek. Appreciate you, fam. Have a great night.
All right, now. Have a good night, Ronbo.
You too. Thanks. Yo, hey, Rick.
What's going on, man?
Rick, I'm just seeing somebody just put up. We had 100 yards of penalties. 100 yards. We gave them 100 yards. Freebies, movement, and then we said, "All right, let's go ahead and kick back here and don't worry about that dude, that dude Smith. He ain't nothing, right? He's in on every play. Don't worry about him. He's like, we got this. We ain't got no Trey Sermon. Can you get me 5 or 6 yards on this one? Give him the ball. Boom. Oh, loss of 3. Okay, so it was like the game plan to start with. Had no plan B, apparently. We got to get off that, Rick. But, Rick, I'm adding things to what I originally started off with as far as my list of things that are killing me. But, Rick, did I leave anything out? And you want to amplify on anything? You want to go after Jimmy? Go ahead. Everybody else does. But, I mean, is there anything else?
Right now I could go after Jimmy, but being rational, I'm like the caller said before. One thing in that I don't like, but you have to respect, is that the fact that the Rams right now, they said to hell with draft capital, like you said before, because you don't know. Every year you get new people in, and prospects supposed to be X, Y, Z, and they don't turn out to be whatever the case may be. And so they're like, look, we're in win my now.
70% chance of being a bust.
Yeah, so they're like, look, we'll deal with the salary cap and all that other stuff in a minute because
Get
they
me
understand
players.
if you get a Super Bowl, that means so much more than just
That's
being
the
like, oh, well,
objective.
guess what? We're the most financially responsible team, regardless. And it's like, dude, right now, like today, the Panthers got C.J. Henderson. It's like, why were we not going to get?
No.
Why were we not going to get
I didn't even hear
DB?
about that.
We just got Josh Norman. He got hit in the chest. I hope everything's okay with him. He's talking about he's spitting up blood, whatever. But Mosley is coming back. Diamador Lenore, he's good, but he's still a rookie. So it's like you understand our weakness right now. Our two main weaknesses, more so than anything else, are running backs and cornerbacks. And so right now, because if we had better cornerback play, then guess what? Yesterday, because it's such a symbiotic relationship, the pass rushers and the cornerbacks, sometimes you get coverage sacks. So therefore, even if if the pass rush's not getting there, if we get good coverage and not PIing and holding and pulling people's jerseys down, then guess what? Then maybe both of them do a spin move, D Ford, Armstead, whoever else can get a coverage sack, something like that.
Wait, Rick, let me lay this on you because Okie Niner, thanks for that contribution. He says, we played against a third-string offensive line. Rick, what was up with that?
But you know what? Honestly,
all of the Jimmy stuff is one thing, but what happened to the pass rush? I'm worried about that.
But you
Going
know what?
forward,
Honestly, I can see honestly, Ronbo, what they probably did, they probably kept the tight end in, Runyon, whatever his name is, the chip on Bosa because they knew they weren't getting because we didn't get a lot of push up front, and we sure weren't getting a lot of push on the edge. So they're like, look, if I'm going to designate anybody that we have to stop, it's going to be Bosa. So therefore, I'd rather keep my tight end in, tip him, and keep him off so I can at least give Rodgers the time to operate. Because the thing about it is, if from a defensive standpoint, it did not make sense. Just like on the last couple of plays, right now they really have one person. It's Devante Adams. Yes, he's probably the top receiver, but you rather lose with Lazard and Randall Cobb, whoever else catching the ball versus him.
I agree.
So we have to. I don't know, man. We have to do different stuff. And for the life of me, I'm gonna say this one time. Kyle Shanahan, if Kyle Shanahan ever listens to this show, stop running jet sweeps. It's like the Philly special now. Nobody's falling for it anymore. Nobody's falling for the jet sweep anymore.
Yeah.
Stop falling for it.
Mm.
Stop doing a lot of behind the line little stuff like that. It's just like, dude, we have to, and like you said before, whether you think Jimmy G has a long arm or not, we have to make more shots down the field because the safeties are pretty much sitting on 10 yards in front of them because they don't know.
We become routine. We become routine. We're not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
And damn that, Jimmy can't do this, he can't do that. That's BS. Tell him what to do. And if he can't do it, then send him packing. He's a professional quarterback. Tell him what you want him to do, and I got a feeling he can do it. But you're going to keep running the same system because I've designed this system and I know X minus this minus plus B and you do this and this. This should be the final outcome of that. Don't.
And you know what? I'm going to say this about Jimmy G. My thing with Jimmy G is going to be like this. Dude, if this is really your last year, you might as well go out like Frank Sinatra, your way. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some times called crap that you don't understand. You might as well go out your way because, dude.
I said that at the beginning of the year.
The writing's on the wall.
Yes, I said at the beginning of the year.
You might as well go out your way.
Hey, like I said at the beginning of the year, you're auditioning for a new job. Jimmy, go get the job. Get the job, Jimmy. You know what's better than what's going on out there. Damn the fans, damn Kyle, just do what you gotta do. And you know what? If you come up roses, Kyle will back off. I got a feeling he'll back off. Because I know he's better than that. I seen him in 2017. He was out there orchestrating the offense. He was running things. He was zooming up and down the line. He was directing his wide receivers. He was extending plays. He can quarterback. This nonsense about he sucks is up. I mean, that is just dumb. I've seen him play better. But now that Kyle Shanahan's incorporated him into his offense, I'm not trying to really knock Kyle. I'm just saying, don't pigeonhole your people into a position where they can't expand the offense. They've got brains. Let them do something.
You may not say it, but I'm going to say it because right now I'm going to say it like this. Kyle, if you're going to bring Trey Lance in, stop bringing him in just to run a quarterback sneak. You're going to get him hit in a minute.
See?
Let him have an RPO option, whatever the case may be, but you can't just have him in on bringing him in just to run the ball.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Rick. We got to go. All right, Wednesday, I'll be looking for you. All right, you got time.
Absolutely. 9 to 5 for 9 out.
Yeah. Norm, what time is it?
Snyder's all day. It's time for us to get off this wallowing in defeat thing right now. 2-1 right now.
Good point. Take us in another direction, Norm. I'm tired of getting mad.
I don't know. I wasn't mad the whole time. It was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. I do admit, but everybody had their heart broken before. But I'll put it this way.
With 37 seconds, so I'm getting ready to make a picture of Kool-Aid and order a pizza, and I gotta no Kool-Aid, no pizza, go to bed.
Man, you could have still ate that Kool-Aid and pizza. I'd have tore that Kool-Aid pizza if I was you, man. We was out there chilling like we won the game. Like it was
You did.
It was rough. It was
did.
rough at first. We was rough at first.
37 seconds. Damn it.
You win by you're not. It's still 2-1, bro. They ain't win no 30s. You got to lead for 37 seconds, Ronbo. Come on, man. Knock it off, man. It was funny, though, because, like, how it ended, though, because it really just highlights everybody was talking about, man, we lost because of Jimmy G, which, okay, look.
That's all everybody knows.
14 points. There's probably 14 points that we could have had if it wasn't for a few things. Maybe 14, maybe 17 points that we could have had that we missed or just that we let get away from us because, you know what I'm saying? It's like my thing about Jimmy G, he stopped when it comes to the receiving zone, he keeps throwing it like say if the receiving zone was a city, right? Jimmy G keeps throwing it to the hood, man. All the time his receivers keep getting hurt, man. And I don't get it. Like he don't throw in the suburbs not once. Like one time he did try to throw in the suburbs and went outside the city limits, man. I don't think he's equipped to throw footballs in the suburbs, man. He tried that and just it's bad. It got intercepted, you know what I'm saying? Almost got picked a few times.
Does it appear to you that they ever work on that play? Because you know what? I keep wondering, why does that play look like that all the time? And I know Jimmy sucks, but I'm still, why does it always look exactly the same? Why don't you guys work on that in practice, huh?
You saying Jimmy sucks now?
Everybody says he sucks. I'm just going along with everybody else. I think he's a good quarterback that is actually should be given some other details, work to do. But Kyle, don't call that. It's a low percentage play to begin with. You need to work on that, Kyle. You guys need to work on that. Give me some reps. Why wasn't like you running downfield? Oh,
they need to open up. They need to open up the field with Trey more. Like they need to open up that play.
Him too. I don't care, but work on that. Stop just short passing a game. Throw the ball down. You're going to get those guys off the line of scrimmage.
The defense already know what you're doing. They know how far they don't need to go on the field. They don't know. They already know to stay in the middle and stay close. That's all defense has got to do.
Well, what does that tell you right there? If you're the coach, what does that tell you?
Get Trey out the classroom, put him on the field. That's what that tells me.
Or if you're gonna leave Jimmy on the field, let him throw it. Contrary to what people believe, he can throw it. He can throw it completely out of the park.
Did you see what happened when he did throw it?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they work on it.
I think they need to. I think the defense needs to put in a lot of work. That secondary was very disappointing. Y'all let Devante Adams have a day. So and that last 37 seconds, what I'm talking about, I don't know what's going on with DeMeco Ryans, but he needs to call Robert Saleh. Let them trade plays. Let DeMeco Ryans be the coach of the Jets, man, and bring Robert Saleh back. We need that.
And do they have a speedster over there in New York? Norm, everybody cries about we don't go deep. You know, if I had Henry Ruggs like I wanted in that draft, Jimmy can throw that ball out into the suburbs. Henry's go get it. Says that I don't. George Kittle running down deep field. I need Ayuk has the most speed out of these guys. Sherfield can go deep. Kyle, why is it George? Oh, I love George, but that's not what he does.
Hey, like I said, anytime I seen the kid out there, Trent was getting reps. Like they got a chemistry, and it's just a different chemistry from different players. I've seen it, and that you can't make that up. You know, you can't teach that. So
then put him in for the long play, but just stop with the midfield passes.
They don't rotate enough. They're not gonna open the field. We gonna keep scratching and clawing away down the field every game, and you're not gonna win every game like that, and especially not against a future Hall of Famer like Aaron Rodgers. It's not gonna happen.
And their secondary is not that great. Stokes was meat to be eaten. We didn't even go after him. Well, Jimmy went after him a few times and capitalized, but still. Put Ayuk on him. Look, if Ayuk's on him, anybody on him, go long. Just go.
DeMeco Ryans put no pressure on Aaron Rodgers, and that's really what you can't not pressure the quarterback and then have a weak secondary. I'm just saying, the secondary is not up to par like it usually should be. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
And it's not going to get any better between now and next week, which is scary. No, we got to go, fam. I'll see you Wednesday.
Speaking of which, we got to get there. Yeah.
We're going to hear about an acquisition being made.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good day. And it's Niners all day still. Keep it real, y'all.
Yeah. Night, Norm. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, I'm aching because we got 24 hours. You know how the 24-hour rule. We get to moan and groan and complain and then got to move on. So, Steven, go ahead. Moan and groan. And you had some things you wanted to get into yesterday.
Well, yeah, there was a couple of things I wanted to get into. Josh Norman being one of them. I mean, he did a fantastic game, but him being injured so damn fast is kind of worrisome. The fact that he went out with a chest injury. Apparently, he had what was it? I forgot what happened to his lung. I forgot what, but apparently they said he's good now. He coughed up blood, and I guess they said he has
took a helmet to the chest
or something like that.
Yeah, took a helmet to the chest, and he was spitting up blood.
So they said he's good to go. Dante Johnson, I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, really, DeMeco Ryans, that's, man, goddamn. I mean, I get he's a rookie, but, I mean, if you really think about it, he sat behind Saleh. We played against Green Bay before. He knows how to stop Devante Adams, yet he didn't even try. We saw what happened to Green Bay after Devante Adams went out. You take out Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers literally sabotages his own team and gave us a recipe to beat Green Bay by saying, yeah, Devante Adams makes me look good. Who says that?
I know.
You take him out, and who is he left with? Nobody. Nobody could catch on that team other than Devante Adams.
Yeah.
And it's like, how many times did he throw it to Scantling? Not very many. I mean, maybe 3 catches, 3 receptions.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lazard made a reception.
Lazard, 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But all the touches went to Devante Adams.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he decided to put Dante Johnson on Devante Adams and Demo Lenore, it's like, are you insane?
Rodgers didn't hesitate. He didn't hesitate. He went right to him.
He did not hesitate. Ronbo, if someone gave you $100 and said you have to take it from my hand and it's yours, and the grip on the 100 is loose, you're going to take it and run.
Right.
And that's exactly what Aaron Rodgers saw. He said, "Oh, this is money. It's easy." And then the last drive of the game, I don't blame Kyle. I mean, I don't blame Kyle. I don't blame Juice for this because there's 2 Kyles on his team. I don't blame Juice for going in for that TD too fast. I mean, that's his job. Run it in.
He's got to do
what do you
that.
want him to do?
He's got to do that.
Yeah. And the fact that he took the blame for it kind of, made me mad about it. I was like, dude, it's not your fault. You did your job. Now, And the fact that D'Amico Ryans on that last play, not once but twice, let Devante Adams chew up that secondary instead of having 2 men on, pisses me off because it's like that whole situation could have been prevented from the start. You know, and it killed us. It killed us. You know, we all thought the same thing. Well, there's only 30 seconds of the game left. It should be over. We had full faith in thinking it's over. Everybody did. And it's deflating. It's a slap in the face, and I hope it's a wake-up call for D'Amico Ryans. The questionable plays, I mean, I'm not going to – I hate it. I ragged on Jimmy yesterday. I take it back. I'm not going to lie. I take it back. He made 2 mistakes, but most of the offensive play calling, I got to say, Kyle fucked it up. I mean, to be honest, what's the point of having Trey Lance, of having a dual QB threat, 2 QB system that he said and prided about this whole preseason if you're only going to use him as a dummy? Yesterday, we saw Trey Lance as a dummy.
Well, he scored a touchdown, though. But the thing is, though, we lost the game in 36 seconds. You know, we've got to figure out if that game's there to win, you go all out to save it. Kyle should have called timeout. They should have went and talked it over with the defense. I mean, with the coach. Everybody, just real quick, let's have a 30-second huddle. All right, what we're going to do here. He trusts D'Amico, and we should. D'Amico's not a dumb guy. But this was something that should have been thought out. The game hangs in the balance. Okay, who's killing us today? It's been Aaron and Devante all day long. Then what are we going to do? Steven.
Stop it. Aaron and Devante. How do you stop that? Guard Devante. Ronbo, I fear for when we play against the Rams and the Cardinals. Why? Because we have to go against Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
And we may
have
not
to go against.
You know what? Cooper Kupp doesn't worry me, and neither does Tyler Lockett if K'Wan Williams was playing. He's not playing. Next week, no K'Wan Williams.
K'Wan might be missing some time.
We got to go, Steven. We're going to be out of time here. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm looking for you midweek, huh?
I'll see you midweek,
All
Ronbo.
right.
Peace.
And Robert Slavin says, big 49er fan here, but let's move on to see. Robert, we're the 24-hour window, Robert. We're allowed to pee and moan, and just for a few more minutes. I mean, for this premiere of this show. Robert, thanks for that contribution. We're going to stop. I promise you Wednesday, I'm not going to mention this stupid loss. Unnecessary loss. It's break. Hey, break. I've been meaning to get back to you for like a month. I remember we were communicating a while back.
How you doing, man?
Hey, break. I'm like a 49er fan in the 24-hour window. Complaining. But break. We talked about a few things already. Break. What do you want to add to the misery, or can you say something to make us feel better?
Oh, I don't know, man. I was basically calling to check on you, see how you're doing, because that was a tough game to lose, man. I know I was freaking out, so I assume you were too, man.
I did.
As far as like positives, it's kind of hard. But after a day to kind of, clear your mind, I kind of rewatched some of the game. I feel a little bit better, especially after knowing that first half was just awful.
Yeah.
It just to play that bad of a half against that good of a team and still have a chance to win. It could have been a lot worse. I guess what kind of frustrated me more than anything is Jimmy in the pocket, man. He just looks so scared, and he kind of panics. And I don't know if he's always been like that. I can't remember seeing him that like happy foot, and he just kind of he just freaks out, and he's not making he just doesn't look poised out there. So that's what I saw a lot of, him making quick decisions instead of maybe, trying to keep the play alive, stepping up in the pocket.
Were you at the game?
No, not this. I wasn't at the game.
Yeah, I thought you might have been there up close and personal.
I watched.
Did it look like the offensive line was collapsing kind of quickly, or what? When he does that, because the first game against the Lions, he didn't appear that way. We're not rolling out. We're not doing play action. It's again.
No, I mean, and I don't Well, see, I watched a lot of it, just like everybody else did on TV. And then today I watched a little bit more of the all 22 and that kind of stuff, a little bit more in depth. And what I noticed is a lot of the times that he looked like he wasn't trying to keep the play alive, the receivers weren't there. So he wasn't making that the throw when I thought he should have, because they weren't turning or they weren't ready for it or they weren't running the right route or whatever. But what I noticed was he could have stepped up a couple times, or he could have stepped back, or he could have there's just a few little things that he wasn't doing that to me made the difference in the world, all the difference in the world. And I don't know if that, to me, it just seems like that just started happening. I haven't seen Jimmy look that freaked out ever. I mean, he looked looked really freaked out. I don't think the line broke down as much as it looked like with him.
I also think it's just a little bit from what you just mentioned too. Remember when he had Emmanuel Sanders? This was all remedied. Sanders was always running his routes. He was a good route runner, and Jimmy knew right where he was going to go with the ball. I see that in Debo, but Debo's more of a blue-collar route runner. You know what I mean? Debo's going to get it. He's going to be open, and he's going to beat this guy up. But if I'm a quarterback, I got to be concerned. I watched quarterbacks do that all over the NFL yesterday. Everybody throws in the tight windows. There's nothing unusual about that. But normally the receiver has broken his route off in a place where you can put the ball that's not dangerous. I'm a little concerned with that because I think that's why Ayuk was in a doghouse earlier this season. He's the guy that's supposed to be able to get that done.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And another thing too is the safeties were playing. They were playing in. They were like daring Jimmy to throw, so that's why the run couldn't get going, because they were in the box the whole time. They couldn't get the run going. But then even if it wasn't going to connect, take some more deep shots to open up those underneath routes, those crossers, anything to kind of get the game going. But they weren't calling enough. I mean, the one he did to Kittle, the one they did to Kittle was great. It was actually on point, but Jair Alexander made a great play. I mean, honestly, he came out of nowhere and made a great play.
But you know,
that would have been something special.
Especially after that play, they did back off the defense. Yeah. It did.
But they did for a little bit. But then they didn't air it out again, and they went right back to it. Eventually, they kind of started coming back down in. And to me, it's like Jimmy doesn't have the best long ball, but he can throw it. So just give him that threat a little bit more. Maybe once every other drive, just throw it deep, even if you're not going to connect, just to keep them honest, and that's, I just don't think we're utilizing our weapons enough. And it's driving me crazy because Kyle's smart enough to know and see that, and he should be reacting to it.
Throw the ball, and Kyle, let it fly.
And bringing in Trey really sparked something. And it kind of makes me think, what happened if they didn't bring him in? What would have happened? So bring him in more, and you don't have to be a decoy. You can let him turn it loose. You can let him throw it. Obviously, he's got an arm, but what happened to that when we were doing against the Raiders in the preseason? Where's that at? Because that was beautiful. I mean, I know you can't sustain that all year, but my God.
Yeah. First of all, it's preseason, vanilla offense and defense. And also, from what I heard, him and Sherfield have been rehearsing that play to death, like I wish they would do now with Jimmy and Trey. From what I'm looking at, I don't think they even practice that play. They may do it once or twice, but he's got his little detailed offensive schemes he wants to run, which take a lot of time in practice. I understand that, but Kyle, incorporate that long shot. People think Jimmy's just incapable and all this, but if you practice it, repetitions will make it perfect. Do it. Yeah. Stop. You got to get people off that offensive line.
And Kittle's gonna get. If we don't have time, just one more thing. Kittle's gonna beat his player. They're gonna put a linebacker. They're gonna put a safety on him. He's gonna be able to beat those guys long. Ayuk obviously has enough speed. We're gonna be able to beat these guys down the field. They just need to start taking more shots, man. Open this up, man. It's crazy. Yeah.
Greg, I'll tell you what. I'll see you midweek if you got time for us. All right.
All right, Ronbo. You take care, man. Good.
You too.
Yeah, for sure. I'll get back to you, man.
All right.
All right. You take care. Good night.
You too, fam. And Dr. Papa D. Bob.
Hey, man. What's up? What's going on, Ronbo?
Like I'm saying,
how you feeling today, brother?
We're all working within the 24-hour window of moaning and groaning. So we like they were saying on every interview, I was laughing because you got that 24 hours, and after that you move on. So But
Right.
Bob, you want to add to what you were doing yesterday because we had to end quickly, and actually we got 5 minutes now, so go ahead, Bob.
Okay. All right. So, all right, let me get at it then. So basically, I've kind of already moved to Seattle, but I did go back. I looked at the tape. I watched what they did and watched what they were doing. And I did mention a couple of weeks ago that we were going to continue to see 5-man lines, which basically prevents the 49ers from doing their double team blocks and also helps prevent them from the zone read running game that people claim that you can just stick anybody back there and that they'll get 1,000 yards. Well, that has to work in conjunction with the passing game, because when that whole offense was created by Mike Shanahan, he had John Elway to throw the ball over the top. So it's not to say that Jimmy G cannot do that, but schematically, Kyle has already said that we have, an intermediate route, we have a short route, and we have a long route, and it's up to the quarterback to get there. So I looked at the tape, and what I saw is that basically the 49ers got out-coached. I think that it is very foolish to say, hey, we have a Super Bowl team or a playoff team, and to put a rookie defensive coordinator at the helm that's never done it before, and this is a year you need to win. You don't interview nobody else. You don't check nobody else out. You just go with a rookie defensive coordinator. That's one issue. Another issue is Kyle. And I keep stressing that Kyle has poor leadership skills in regards to being that type of a coach that can win the game, win 2 or 3 games just on coaching. And yesterday was a prime example of that. And number 3, I want to go back to an advice that someone gave Aaron Rodgers. And this is what Brett Favre told Aaron Rodgers. Sometimes you have to do things despite the coach. You have to win despite the coach. So I don't put blame on just one person, and I definitely wouldn't put it directly on Jimmy G for the loss yesterday. But what is he known for? Jimmy G is known for winning. And that's a real tough thing to kind of live up to because, we all know what his shortcomings are as a passer and as an athlete. We know that. Everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. We know what his weaknesses are, and so does the league. But yesterday, it was in his power to win that game at the very end. So give him credit. He was scrappy. He stood in there. He put us in a position to win the game. But he didn't win it. And that's tough. That's tough to have this offseason that dude had where they were flirting with Stafford and flirting with Deshaun Watson, and now a rookie comes in, and now he's coming and taking your plays. That's not exactly a shot or a vote of confidence from an organization that you're playing for. So this is an organizational issue that's been caused by the 49ers. But let's go back to the game and how they beat us. They beat us. They took their nose tackle, and they put their nose tackle on left defensive end over our right guard, who is Brunskill. So basically, he overpowered Brunskill all night.
Right. Oh.
Also, they have two – exactly. Now they have a 5-man front, which means no double teams when they're trying to create lanes for running. Now, again, not having a starting running back like that someone fears, like Mostert, hurts. And then on top of that, essentially the safeties are in the screen, which means you can see the safeties, which means they're not afraid of you throwing over the top. We're not saying Jimmy can't do it, but what we're saying, we're not afraid of Jimmy doing it. So they're inside. So you now have 9 men in the box. That's very hard to run against. And right now it's been proven. There's more snaps taken under center by the 49ers than any team in the league. Okay? We run the most play action. The running game must work. So that's one of the ways they beat us. And then number 2, this is how we beat ourselves. Jimmy G, when you're on the field, you're the boss. You control the game. If you're at the huddle and you see the play clock, you don't hike it with 12 seconds left. You run the clock down because you're already at the 20. You have 3 timeouts. You control the game. You don't have to throw a deep ball at the 20. You don't. You don't have to throw outside the numbers. You don't. You have the middle of the field to attack all day long and work the clock. Kyle Juice, I didn't know how much time we left. I was just thinking about scoring. Look, dude, you went to Harvard. You went to Harvard. You want to win the game, right? Go down. 30 seconds is an eternity for someone like how many Hail Marys has Aaron Rodgers thrown in one damn game with 2 seconds left?
Doc, before you get emotional,
how many?
We ran out of time. I love the energy, though. I'm sorry. Listen, we're going to see you Wednesday, and maybe Kyle will say something that will make us all calm down. All right. Doc.
Well, they better figure out this 5-man front because it's going to be a long season if they don't.
I know, because everybody's doing the same
One
thing.
last thing I want to say, Jimmy, play for your job, not just for here, but for the future. And DeMeco Ryans, believe it or not, you're coaching for your job. Because believe me, you will be the scapegoat if this defense is outside the top 10.
All right, fam. We'll see you Wednesday.
All right.
Excellent points.
All right.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah. But hey, Bubble says injuries to Verrett, Greenlaw, and all our running back shows. And here's the thing, too. Before we start designating a lot of blame, look at the people that are missing. We's going to lose no matter if Lord Jesus was quarterback. Okie says 3 bad snaps from the center and 4 dropped passes. Thanks, Okie, for that contribution and pointing those facts out. See, because it's not no one man like everybody wants to believe it's going to make a difference. And Tony says, I don't understand why Kyle Downs' call play action bootleg with Jimmy would work with Trey, too. But Jimmy can absolutely do that. I'm trying to understand. I sometimes wonder if Kyle has checked out on us. I really do at times. I don't want to hear it. McBain says, this was a team loss. And we only lost by 2 by the Hall of Fame quarterback and the best wide receiver in the league. With our depleted cornerbacks, we'll be all right. More of the gospel truth. We do tend to overreact. And why? Because your emotions run amok when you're 37 seconds from going 3-0 from a miracle win that we will be celebrating until this time next year. We lost. Emilio. Are you chuckling? See, Emilio's still laid back and cool.
Yeah, no, it was laughing.
It ain't worrying him.
I can do whatever. The blame here, blame that. You know what?
That's what we do, though, Emilio. I don't know if other teams do it, but we can blame. Well, we can blame.
The whole team gets blamed, from Jimmy to DeMeco to Shanahan. It's blame to go all the way around, even on the defense.
And Emilio, like you say, you could take any one of them out and replace them, still would have lost. It wasn't no one person involved in that loss. That took a whole team effort.
Okay, we go to Jimmy. Jimmy played horrible the first half. He turned around, played a hell of a game. We thought he gave us a winning drive. But then you look at it, he mismanaged the clock. Then you can go to Juice. You can say, well, dude, you caught the ball. What was the point of you fighting? I get we need a touchdown, but you got the first down. Get your ass down on the ground. We could have ran down the clock all the way down to maybe another 10, 20 seconds. Call timeout. But, it's just blame to go left and right here. And then DeMeco, we're playing too soft when, giving Rodgers too much time. And, because even when I said it, because I was looking at the game and I saw it, I was like, 37 seconds is a lot of time for Rodgers. All he needs is a field goal to win. All he needs to get is half field. So I was like, okay. First thing I said, don't do prevent defense. Make sure you guard the best man on the field, and which is Adams. And what they do, let Adams catch the ball twice. Not once, but twice. And I was like,
game over.
That's right. At this point, at the first one, I said, come on, okay, we got another shot. Don't do it. They do it again. I said, yeah, this game's over. I said, we're done. I said, you know what? They fought back. I can blame Jimmy. I can blame that.
That's convenient. Everybody else does. And most of them don't even have a reason. Jimmy lost. It's Jimmy's fault. Shut up.
No,
And
like
look at the rest of the game, people.
You can blame Shanahan. Because Shanahan, let's go back onto that 4th and 1. What? Come on, it's 4th and 1.
He
why
even
not go for
admitted
it?
to that too.
Why do you want to give Aaron Rodgers the ball again? We all know, no matter how good Rodgers' team is, or how bad his Rodgers' team is, he's Rodgers. He's done it
Keep
time
the
and
ball
time again. He's done
out
it
of
against,
his hands.
He's done
Exactly.
it against the sorry-ass Lions. He's done it against great teams. If you give Aaron Rodgers a shot, what is he going to do? He's going to get the kicker in range, or he's going to throw a Hail Mary and win the game. This is Rodgers. You're out there tonight, so it's just...
And you got Dante Johnson, and as soon as you got Johnson covering Devante Adams? Put Jimmy over there. Do anything. Don't do this. Don't do this, guys.
Like I said, it's blame to go left and right.
Devante Adams
But at the end of the day,
touchdown. Yeah.
At the end of the day, we were outcoached and we were outplayed. You can blame it on we were caught in the East Coast time and this and that. But like I said, the best thing to do is let this one behind, come back with a vengeance and beat Seattle. There's nothing else we can do. We can't keep delaying on this. We might see if we get to the playoffs, we might see Rodgers again. There's no doubt about it. But what do you do then?
You don't do what you did this time.
Exactly. You learn from your mistakes. I know our DBs not that are great and not that awesome, but you know what? There's things you can't do, so there's stuff I think doesn't happen.
I'm hoping that
they did fix it with Adams. They did double team him, but then they went away from him. So it's just
when we almost killed him. I know. That was funny. I was glad he didn't get seriously hurt, but they laid him out. That's how you do Adams. Come on, man.
Exactly. So, like I said, they did stop Adams for a minute, and then they went away from it. And what did Adams do?
Eat you up.
Again. So
Eat your butt up. You leave me free?
I was on so I forgot. Somebody said that D'Amico didn't make it. He did, but then he went back to his old way. So he fixed it, then he didn't fix it. So he's learning. We kind of need him to speed it up a little bit. Come on, dude, fix it. But even Salah had his mistakes his first 2 years.
Yeah.
But it just at this point he needs to get better at it and not play soft, especially when the game is on the line. Don't play. That's what
in fact, you're right.
Like I said,
I'd rather get a flag down there than just watch him catch the ball and run.
I'd rather see that. You know what? I'd rather get the pass interference and saying they stopped him instead of him catching the ball and gave up the yard. I'd rather honestly see that. And I said that. Well,
You may not call it, Emilio. They didn't call that one they killed Devante on that play. 36 seconds.
Exactly.
Stop
That's
him.
Exactly my point. So it's like if you kill him, if you hit him again, I honestly, it's the same thing giving up the pass and giving up the pass interference. But in my eyes, I think it's better to give up pass interference than giving up them yards. At least the defense was trying, and you called the better defense.
There you go.
Like I said, you can blame Jimmy. You can blame Shanahan.
No, they go blame Jimmy.
This is best.
Jimmy plays.
This is a whole team loss.
Yeah. Jimmy plays defense,
like
offense.
I said, to me, Jimmy played like crap in the beginning. In the second half, he turned around and played a lot better. He tried to get us to win. I give Jimmy that. At least he tried.
Hey, and gave us a chance to win. He gave us a chance to win.
So,
we couldn't do it.
I don't knock him for that.
We got to go, though. I'll see you Wednesday, fam. Remember, 24 hours. You got to get rid over this game tomorrow.
I'm over it. I'm just, my thing was everybody was trying to blame one person. No, we lost as a team.
Jimmy haters. Let's go.
Hey. And defense and the offense. It was blame all over this.
We really got to go.
Person.
All right, fam. See you Wednesday. All right.
All right.
Oh, God. And Okie Nighter also says GM could have drafted Asante Samuel or Diggs. I know Okie Nighter. Asante's name comes up every 5 minutes. When we look at what cornerbacks we got now, and then Asante's doing a very good job, and we got Ambry Thomas. 414, hello. Area code 414, hello.
Ronbo, what's up, man? Hey, this Mass Jarro, by the way.
What is your name?
I don't. Mazzaro, I chime in sometimes. All the time. I watch you all the time, but I chime in sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I had to call tonight.
Wait. I've seen
I had to call
what
tonight.
name did you just give me? Because I think I've read that on the chat. What is your name? Your user handle?
Mazzaro. It's my name backwards. I'll just say my name
Oh,
backwards.
Matt, did you say? Let me pronounce
my
it
name
though.
backwards.
Did you say Matt Drawer?
Mazzaro.
Oh, Mass
Sam
Drawer.
Howard.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like Sam Howard.
Your name is
Sam
Howard. Sam
backwards.
Howard.
Right.
Brilliant.
So check it.
I
Hey,
love it.
enough about that. Enough
All
about
right.
that. So where do we start, Ronbo? Where do we start? Where do you want to start?
Well, we're looking at trying to figure out what if we lost when you lose a game in 36 seconds and you got the lead. The first thing to do is people start blaming everybody. When really, with a 36-second loss, yeah. But go ahead. What do you got?
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that. Okay, so 37 seconds left on the clock. Let's talk about how we got there. That drive. It was a good drive, by the way. Jimmy G, he got us the touchdown. He did do that. So the touchdown we got, there were two penalties that extended our drive. I want to throw that out there. But Jimmy did get us down there. But I'm gonna tell you, it was about 52 seconds or something like that, 47 seconds, something like that.
Right.
And there was 12 seconds left on that play clock. So I don't know if this is Jimmy's fault or if it's Kyle Shanahan's fault. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have scored. You damn right they needed to score that touchdown. I'm glad they did. But it's all about you have to be patient and poised. You didn't have to rush that. You did not have to rush that. So hypothetically, we can't cry for spilled milk, but hypothetically, if you run that clock down to, let's say, 6 seconds, Green Bay is not kicking that field goal. And if they are, they're being rushed and they're being hurried. You know what I mean? Despite our defense giving us those two huge pass plays to Devante Adams, which I don't know why they dropped into a prevent defense when they were running two safeties deep. That was the adjustment that started working, but then they reversed and went back to the first half. But I don't want to go all over the place with this, but I'm gonna say first half of the game, there was 3 first downs total. 3 first downs total. Our first drive, 3rd and 6. It was a pretty contested pass. I believe Jimmy stepped up in the pocket, got a little hesitant. He stepped up and he threw the ball. I believe if that was Trey Lance or Lamar Jackson or somebody of that caliber, not throwing shade at Jimmy, he was wide open to get those 6 yards, but he threw it. They had the box covered and stacked, 7 in the box. Okay? And when you're doing that, that's either saying,
I'm not going to run.
We don't really listen. Yeah, we're gonna lock y'all run game down because for one, we run play action a lot, and in order to do play action, we have to run the ball, which we had no running game yesterday. We had 31 yards total for the entire game.
I know.
Okay, so our run game was done. So that makes us one-dimensional, which means Jimmy has to pass the ball. First half was grade A garbage. Second half, he did okay. I'm gonna just point out one other thing with Jimmy. Okay, and this is it. This is not all about Jimmy because Kyle got a lot to do with this too. Jimmy in the fourth quarter, the thing that pissed me off the most in the entire game, it wasn't the interceptions. That was a great route. You made a great point. That shouldn't have been Kittle. That should have been a receiver. Should have been Ayuk.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the fumble. The fumble. Okay, it was a 4-man rush, 3 linebackers, and then you seen 2 safeties. Number 91 for the Packers, he got loose, didn't tackle Jimmy.
Smith.
Jimmy panicked. He got shivery and started shaking, and he fumbled. He threw the ball, but it was a fumble because it was a backwards pass. Now, I'm going to tell you, you've been in the league 8 to 10 years, almost a decade. You've been learning under the best, okay? You're getting paid $25 million a year. Okay, you learn from your mistakes, they lessons, but you do not fumble the ball with 4 minutes left. And that drive right there, that was the drive where we were supposed to chew up some clock and at least kick a field goal and then get the ball back again. But to fumble it and give up 3 points, that was a crucial play. That should not have happened. You take the sack, man. You take the sack, and that's it. Okay? We know you're not about to scramble and take off and get the first down, but that's neither here nor there. But Kyle Shanahan's clock management is I don't understand it, man. The Atlanta Super Bowl, the Kansas City Super Bowl, and yesterday, it's a perfect example. I just don't get why I'm just going to say this because I know time is getting short, but this is it. If you know Aaron Rodgers, he's going down in the Hall of Fame as one of the best quarterbacks, top 5, dead or alive. That's just it. I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Trust me. I know how this goes. And I can't fucking stand the Packers. Excuse my language. But check this out. You can't knock greatness. And Aaron Rodgers is great. So for the life of me, I cannot understand why would you leave 37 seconds on that clock. I'm not saying you shouldn't have scored again, but you run that damn clock down as much as you can. Look, if we're going to lose, their defense is going to be the reason why we lose and we can't get in this end zone. I'm not giving that ball back to Aaron Rodgers knowing we down to our third string cornerback. I mean, that's just common sense. But this is a good thing. I'm going to leave this on a good note. It's a learning lesson. It's a learning lesson. You take from it and you learn from it, you move on. So DeMeco Ryans, the secondary, I hope they understand that, hey, you cannot leave fast receivers, on the out, throwing back, shoulder, face. You cannot leave them open like that. You have to have 2 safeties deep. You can't play prevent at the end of the game. You learn from that. Yeah. Jimmy and Kyle, I hope you understand clock management. Understand the clock management in our run game. And it'll get better because
they learn.
We got some people coming like Jeff Wilson Jr. They're going to learn from it. They will. I promise you they will. Right. And Jimmy better learn from it. So I think they'll be all right, man. I think they'll be all right.
I agree. Fam, we got to roll. I tell you, good stuff. I loved it. We'll see you midweek, okay?
Hey, it's a pleasure, Ronbo. Hey, love you, man. Love the 49ers community, man.
Glad to hear
We
from
be
you,
all right,
too.
y'all.
I've seen your name before.
All right,
Great to meet you. Night, fam.
All right.
And Clarence Williams says it's a team loss goal. Make the tournament. Only one gets a bye. Everyone else plays. Preseason is now over. Time to put up or shut up. First division game Sunday. Boy, the 49ers muscle up and beat down. Boy, the Hawks, I'll be so delighted. Okay, now it says needed to blitz 6 on those Wow. That would have been a plan. But Rodgers is very dangerous with the blitz. So everybody's scared of him when you do that. But looking at it, I like that idea, though. Denise.
Hey, Ronbo, how's it going?
Denise, we're in that 24-hour window. It's terrible. I'm talking about, you know how cod liver oil tastes? I don't know if your mom used to make you take that as a little girl, but I do, and I still remember that taste. I'm feeling that taste right now. This game did not have to be like that. 36 seconds. I'd rather have a beat down of 13 to 14 points with 3 minutes left in the game. But Denise, I pointed out some things, and everybody else has been pointing out some things that, since Jimmy is the first guy everybody goes to whenever we lose a game. And now tonight we've actually intelligently looked at some of the other reasons why they lost the game. Denise, did we miss anything? Did you not hear something that should have been said yet? Or do you want to add something or emphasize something that was said?
No. Everyone's made valid points. I do want to say to you in production, I owe you an apology because last night I let my emotions get the best of me, so I am sorry for that.
No, don't apologize. That's what we're here for. That's why I'm hoping everybody feels comfortable coming in here and saying what they feel. I hope we don't go too far with the profanities and just in case kids are listening. But otherwise, let it all go.
I did say some naughty words, so again, I apologize. I owe you an apology.
Well, okay.
But yeah, everyone, you know what, Ronbo, honestly, I feel so deflated. Like, I just don't know anymore. I don't put it all on Jimmy, but what do we do? Here's the thing. Everyone today on Twitter is like, we need to fire everyone and start over. And I'm like, okay. So, and you know what? I said it last night. Kyle deserves a lot of the blame. I'm not sticking up for Kyle tonight. But what I am saying is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I'm way off base. Like, let's say we do fire. Let's say we get rid of Kyle, we get rid of John Lynch, we start over. So if we do start over, who are we going to hire? And then second, like everyone says Eric Bieniemy, or everyone says like the guy, right? Did I get his name right? He's the OC in Kansas City.
I know. Yep.
Right? Okay.
You got it right.
So that's who everyone says they want to hire. Well, I'm not saying he would be a bad head coach. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like Kansas City is kicking butt and taking names, but they also have Patrick Mahomes. So
they're 1-2.
You know what I mean?
By the way,
they
just lost yesterday.
Yeah. So that's that's one of my points. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not even really a point. It's just like I don't know. Like, is it Kyle's fault? Like,
Denise, can I say this?
Please.
Listen, that is the stupidest idea in the world to hire or get rid of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Well, first of all, just like you're saying, who's the alternative? Eric Bieniemy is not a head coach. If he was, he would have got a job last year when they were hiring head coaches, okay? Here's another thing, too. You do that, and now you've got a whole new system. We go right back to 2017. We start all over again. The coach who comes in here, maybe he does it like Trey Lance. He gets rid of him. He goes and gets his own idea of a player he wants as a quarterback. We start shuffling and get rid of people just like Kyle and John did. When they first came in, they cleaned house, and we went right to the toilet. We got, we're picking first, second, and third for the first 3 years in the draft. If that's what people want, that's what we do.
And see, that's what I'm asking. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that that's right, wrong, but that's what everyone wants to do. And
not everybody.
And see, that's what I think, but I'm not saying I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I think if we do that we're going to set ourselves way back. And it sounds like you agree with me, right?
I do. I agree with you. I'm not ready to start all over again. I want to correct this ship. And I like the football guys. I want football guys in the position they're in. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. We're having issues at the moment. Let's wait until another few weeks.
And see, like...
Go ahead.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. This is your time.
The other thing I wanted to ask you was... Okay, what about the draft? Like, everyone blames Kyle for the draft, but we've been drafting defensive players. So I do agree with everyone. Why didn't we draft Asante Samuel? Like, why did we draft someone who's not even on the field? Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, I know everyone says, well, we had, and a lot of people don't. This isn't other people, but people say, well, they thought Jason Verrett was going to stay healthy. And I said, I understand that.
I know.
But he doesn't have a history of staying healthy. So why did we move down? We were in the perfect position to draft Asante Samuel. And his dad was a stud. So he has the pedigree, just like Bosa has the pedigree. So I don't know. I really don't. I'm so distraught. I don't know what to think anymore. Like, everyone's like,
Denise,
he doesn't trust Jimmy. He doesn't trust Trey. I'm like, well, who does he trust?
Any of his players. He doesn't trust John. Here's the thing. You can't, the Rams, and that's why I'm done talking bad about the Rams and the way they do go about doing it. The Rams say, forget about the draft. We don't know what we're going to get in the draft. We're going to get rid of those first-round picks, and I'm going to go pick this guy up. I'm going to pick this guy up. I got an all-pro guy in the corner. I've got Matthew Stafford. What do I need draft picks for? I used to laugh at that. I'm done laughing. Look what they're doing now.
Well, see, that's what someone else brought up. They said we should hire, Sean McVay, and I said, well, he's not available.
No, he's not available.
So you can't hire someone who's not available. But anyway, yeah.
But Denise, we're gonna go. We're gonna run out of time. I'm gonna see you midweek if you got time for us.
No, you're fine.
And it'll get better. It has to.
Sure. All right.
All right, Denise. Have a great
night.
All
right. Well, thanks for your input and have a good night.
Oh, pleasure,
okay,
Denise.
Bye.
Looking forward to you next time. All right. And
bye.
Bye. Oh, here we go. Rocket Shorts Mango. I needed that. That was comedy relief. Thank you. Rocket Shorts Mango Says the Niners will right the ship back. This loss will give them some fire. Let's cook some rotisserie sea chicken next Sunday. Bang, bang, Niner game. Rocket Short, say back. You need to call in. I like your sense of humor. Thanks for the contribution, too. Hey, Frank. Oh, God.
Bravo.
Frank. Well, Frank, as you can see, we're still moaning and groaning. And as I keep telling people, now there's been a lot said tonight about the debacle that took place in that last 36 seconds and during the course of the game, for that matter. And Frank, did we leave anything out? And I know you don't like Jimmy, but is there anything else? You can go after Jimmy if you want to, but is there anything else that may have played a part in that misery?
Bravo, I didn't say I don't like Jimmy, Rob.
I just assume most people don't like Jimmy. Even his mama called in and said, I don't appreciate him either.
I'm gonna say this, Ronbo. Everything fall the hand of Kyle Shanahan, Ron. He the head coach. You know, Jimmy did play poorly in the first half, but to his credit, he did what he supposed to do at the end, and he gave us an opportunity to win the game. So that wasn't on him. And I don't fault Kyle Juszczyk for not falling at the goal line, Ronbo, because it wasn't a guarantee that we would have scored at the goal line.
Yeah, I'm in that camp too.
So it could,
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
I agree. You know, you score. If you got a chance to score. Worry about everything else later, because if we don't you could get a fumble next play, you get a 5-yard penalty next play, the lights could go off in the stadium, any number of things could happen. So you got to score when you get a chance. Unfortunately, it was too close.
On the other hand, the defense, D'Amico Ryan, he a rookie. So we can't, we're going to have growing pains, so we can't really, fault him because he a rookie. He don't really know, He was a linebacker. You know what I'm saying? So he was a linebacker coach, and then he just got promoted to defensive coordinator. So I do agree with one of the callers.
But Frank, one question on that. If you were to ask D'Amico right now, D'Amico, what would you do differently now in that situation? I wonder if he gained from that. And would D'Amico tell you, I'd do the same thing? Because Kyle will tell you in a minute. The media's always hitting Kyle. Kyle, in the third quarter, you did blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I do exactly the same thing over again. And then he'll explain to you what he was thinking and doing. And then you feel like a chastised child when you came in with right on your side. You leave the office with looking like a fool. So I'm wondering if D'Amico would do the same thing.
Yeah, he can learn. He can learn from it, So now we just got to move on. I think also I'm gonna put some blame on John Lynch too. Ronbo, like we our draft pick sucks, Ronbo. We picked the offensive line, Aaron Banks. He's not in the game. We picked Arby Thomas. He's not in the game. Like I just don't get with the draft. I agree with Denise. Yeah, I agree with Denise, on that. Like, I don't understand what they look at during the draft. Like, you picking players that can't even get on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that part. But everything fall under Kyle Shanahan.
Frank, one thing I'm going to say about that, too, I think when they go after offensive linemen, they actually say and ask questions to test their aptitude for the position. Did Aaron Banks, I understand, is struggling with what his job is? I said no. Really? No. So you guys didn't talk to him before to see if he was able to handle the situation? I'm confused. He's supposed to be ready because Brunskill is having a hell of a time. All of a sudden, Brunskill was better last year. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look at a positive note, man. We gotta put this game behind us. We still in a good position. We 2-1. We just got come out and just Cal just gotta have his team prepared. Better play calling and better coaching, and everybody just come together as a team, and we just we gotta have the same common goal in mind, man. One game at a time before we reach our destination, and that's to get that Lombardi trophy. But just focus on Seattle, and and we just keep it moving from there. Green Bay done now. That was yesterday's news. We lost. We just got to suck it up, and we just moving forward.
Frank, who's going?
So
You ain't
that's
got
all.
no.
That's all, Ronbo.
Well, Frank, thanks, Frank. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna appreciate you, fam. All right.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you and production. Shout out to the old faithful. I love y'all. Everybody stay
We
safe,
love
and
you,
I'll see
Frank.
you Wednesday, Ronbo.
Looking forward to it. All right, Frank. Have a great night.
Have a good one, Ronbo.
You
All
too.
right.
There goes Frank, cool as can be. And Okie 90 says, defensive coordinator is too plain. D'Amico! I still love you, D'Amico. I know you could get this right. Okie 90, he's going to get it straight. He's going to get it straight. Ice, ice, baby, too cold, too cold.
You know my nigga. My dog saw the
You forgot we went down at the place.
I forgot where we went. I forgot where we went, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
he thought we were sitting in the living room with the 40 ounce.
Like, you know what, man? I missed you last night. No doubt. I missed you last night. Love you. Miss your fam. Good job.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
No, thanks, fam.
Number one, I was frustrated. I didn't get to watch the whole game. I did watch bits and pieces. I did watch the last 2 minutes. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this quick, short, and painless. Number one, we lost the game in the trenches. The opposite side of the ball, defense side of the ball. Period. Came back strong in the second half. That was good. Now, if we examine all 3 games, right? If you examine all 3 games, there was their inconsistency on both sides of the ball on the offensive line and the defensive line. Now, D'Amico Ryans is exposing our players by not disguising the coverages. That's why we are having problems.
Good point.
When we have quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, stud quarterbacks like Hill, Stafford, give me his face, the whole boy, this period. They're going to read those coverages and eat your part. That's what happened to us. They're just going to do a better job of disguising the coverages so it doesn't expose players and put them in a bad situation. This is not on the players. It's on him. One. Number two, Jimmy Garoppolo, they scout this dude. They know what he is. They know how far he's going to go. We never. This has been with us since he's been with us. We know this. The percentage of time that he goes over to the top deep is like 20%, maybe less than that. And they scout this and they know this. They know they're going to chip. These types they're going to chip away because and not only that, he gets flustered when there's good pass rushes. That's another thing. They know these things. Now, I'm not going to get mad right now and say, Jimmy has reached his ceiling. This is as far as he's going to go. Period. He's going to have games where he just explode, but the majority of the time, when he gets good pass rushes, he's going to have the kind of games he's been having the past 2 games. This is what I think Kyle wants to do, but I think he's afraid to pull the trigger and start Lance and let him win the game because he's afraid that it's going to fail. You know what I'm saying? Not so much to fail, but he doesn't want to damage him. You know what I'm saying? But I think, honestly, as a coach, and you play ball, we play ball, the team really wants Lance, and so does the coach. There's no other way to look at it, man. You look at the difference. When that kid came in for that one player at the touchdown, that was a whole different team out there. Was I right or wrong?
Right. Yeah.
Every time this kid, hold on, check this out. What happens every time this kid comes on the field? There's more positive plays than negative plays. The team's a different team. The playbook is more open. The defense is frustrated. They don't know what they're going to do. So at the end of the day, if we look at this, I'm not saying right now to pull the trigger, but realistically, D'Amico Ryans and Kyle's got to really look at this and say, listen, you know what? Jimmy, with the coming in the first half, you good. The second half, you great. Or vice versa. You can't have that type of inconsistency. It's different if you just have a bad game all across the board. Okay? One straight bad game. It happens. But at the end of the day, you're having too much inconsistency where these people starting to notice that, look, man, they told me to put them in here. They never go over the top. So they're not surprised. We right or wrong. I mean, DeMeco's a rookie.
Some of it I don't agree with, but I know where you're going with this, because you see the thing is, I mean, I still think that Kyle can do some things differently with Jimmy. Jimmy's not invalid; he's not a paraplegic. He can do things, but Kyle needs to do it. You know,
right? But this is the thing. This is why they're scared to do it. They're scared that he's going to get hurt.
That is a possibility.
That's what it is.
I haven't thought about that part.
Possibility. That's a definite. They don't want to put him in harm's way. I'm telling you, that's why they give him these short chip shots to get rid of it quick. Because
But then
they
you know
don't
what?
want him to hold the ball too long.
But that's not going to help.
They say he can take a shot.
But that's not going to protect him. He's still susceptible to injury. They hit him pretty good shots yesterday. So, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he sticks in the pocket. The minute, I'm going to tell you something. This happens every single time with Jimmy, and he does it every single time. And he makes fast throws. Whenever he starts getting flustered, all right, every time he gets flustered, he's inconsistent. He's inconsistent. DeMeco Ryan's got to do better. The last thing before we go, I hate to say it, man. Trey got to get that burn, dog. I hate it. It is what it is, man. He ain't like what I'm telling everybody. It's that time, son.
We're going to see soon. All right, fam.
I think it's going to happen today.
Next week,
Before
right?
we go, I think it's going to happen sooner than we think.
Not sooner than you think. You think it's coming up now. All right, fam.
It's coming.
I'll see you Wednesday. You got some time. Listen to that evil laugh. Get out of here, Ice. I'm gonna see you Wednesday.
All right, man. Later.
All right. Tommy Huxley, I see you. His 3-man rush. DeMeco Ryan's epic fail with Aaron Rodgers. But you know what, Tommy? Actually, you got to keep more people in coverage. I don't know. It's tough to figure out what to do with Aaron Rodgers. All-star Lula, Kyle Shanahan's been getting shut out in the first half and not going for it on the 4th and 1 on the 50. He's guilty of that. I'm not sure what. I really wish I knew what was going on with Kyle. You know what I'm worried about, fam? Like, entertain this thought just for a few minutes. I hope Kyle doesn't quit on us. Because he could get frustrated to a point and says, I don't need this. Mass Draw, who just called in a little while ago, it's still early. Let's adjust and correct. We need to finish October 4-0 or 3-1, or else we're playing with fire. Let's see what unfolds over the next few days and get focused on Seattle. Come to D-Moore and Cam the D-More and execute the offense. Mass Draw, thanks a lot, fam. I spelled it. That's it. Mass Draw, M-A-S. Yeah, and fam, you know what really worries me? We got no run game. So maybe they can adjust this week and do something differently, but I don't know what they're going to do. Because Trey Sermon he can't do it. Unless Elijah Mitchell's feeling better midweek or something. Eric! It's Eric time now, right?
What's up,
around those Eric hours. Eric! Well, Eric, I don't know if you've been listening or not, but we've been going over a lot of things. We took the spotlight. Some of us took the spotlight off of Jimmy for a second and looked at some of the other things that maybe contributed to that loss. And some of these problems are we only got 24 hours to worry about it, but some of these worries are creating anxiety that could linger into the Sunday. I just mentioned we don't have any running back. The cornerback situation is frightening because now you've got the best cover in the league against Tyler Lockett, and Cooper Kupp is now going to be out. Kyle said weeks. I said, oh, no. So who are we going to put in the slot? You going to put DeMeco in the slot? I mean, let me stop. I'm already causing enough pain. Eric, you caused some pain, so I don't have to be held responsible. God.
I honestly have no clue, dude. I have no clue what the hell the Niners are going to do at corner. But I do have something because yesterday I was a little frustrated with Jimmy, but like I'm back now. I'm chilling. I don't think it was actually his fault. I still do think he should start. But I will say this with like the Lance. If I don't know what it is, but everyone says that Lance would bring more to the offense. But Lance has only thrown one football in the regular season through 3 games.
I know. I don't know where that thought is coming from. He needs seasoning. That's what
Yeah.
Kyle's trying to do in practice. Trey Lance, put him out there. Makes everybody feel better. This blah, 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 blah. I said, what the hell are you talking about? Trey Lance is still in training.
Yeah, if Lance was such this like big deal that everyone's talking about, why are we using him as a decoy?
He'd be starting.
Why-
Kyle
why-
doesn't want to lose.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm not really getting it. I mean, maybe it has something to do with Kyle because I have no idea what the hell Kyle's doing with Lance. If Lance was this huge thing that should be able to pass, run, do the play action, everything like that, why is he sent out there to be a decoy? Why is he going out there and playing the Taysom Hill role?
I can apply something to that. Now, see, the thing is, we saw the man who said, "That's all." Justin Fields. Yeah, it's all moving pretty slow to me. They damn near killed his ass yesterday, right? Okay, and then you look at Zach Wilson. Zach's out there throwing behind the back, around the corner, and he thinks he's Patrick Mahomes, lighter complexion version of Patrick. They demolished him. Trevor Lawrence is now starting to look like, first round pick. You're supposed to be doing better, right? So Kyle is trying to make sure that he brings Trey along in an intelligent, sensible fashion. Let him get up to speed. Don't let him get freaked out by these guys in the NFL defense. They're not playing. They don't care if he's a rookie. They will tear him a new one. He's not seen them. Let him get used to it gradually. And then let him go when you throw him out of the nest when he's able to fly. Kyle doesn't want him getting ruined right now. Zach and Fields, boy, them boys, they already talk about putting in, what's that guy who played for the Eagles? They're putting him in next week for the Bears. See? You got to be careful when you're bringing along a rookie. Nick Foles, yeah. Chicago started about starting Nick next week. See? Don't be careful with your rookie, especially when it's a quarterback. Man.
Yeah, and I don't really understand it because to me it's something like if Lance is to get where we want him to be, he needs to throw the football. Yeah. All he's out there doing right now
RPOs.
Is running the football. Yeah, and it's
with no
that's
P.
not a good thing. First off, you're already risking his not his career, but an injury.
Yeah.
But on top of that, you're risking your scheme because all you're doing is just running the football with him. You're not attempting a throw. You're not pushing. You're not keeping the defense on their toes when you're just throwing Lance out there.
Agreed. They know he's going to run.
A punching bag.
Although he tried to throw yesterday.
It's so stupid. What the hell?
He did try to throw in that end zone shot.
I must have not seen that.
No, he ran the RPO toward the right hash. And he tried to hit the receiver. I forgot who that was back in the back of the end zone. But the guy was all over the receiver, and we got a PI. So put us on the 1 yard line. So, he's still success. He's 1 for 2 for, he hasn't missed a pass except for that one. I wonder what they do with the penalty. But anyway, go ahead.
I know that was Kittle pretending on that play where he got pulled a little bit, and all of a sudden, Kittle was throwing himself around.
That's right.
And then Debo dropped the ball. Yeah.
Killed Kittle on that play. But they just beat him to death. I had to laugh at that. But yeah.
I really hope next week that D'Amico needs to do something that I'll say this. Seattle's gonna burn us. I'll say this.
No!
You need to contain it.
I am worried about Carson. Chris Carson.
Yeah,
my God, he scares me.
First off, they can run the football. And they have a great wide receiver core.
2.
And obviously they have Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're going to burn us because we have no corners. So it's going to be yeah.
Okay. Maybe we make some kind of adjustment between next week. Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe Josh Norman is okay. Maybe Jason Verrett will, by some miracle, come out. You know what? My leg feels fine.
I was just kidding. I lied.
I know, right?
But
we're out of time, Eric. Eric,
hopefully, yeah.
Let's pick it up on Wednesday. because we got a lot of people waiting here to want to get in on this tonight. But listen, I appreciate you as usual. I love it. We never miss a show. I'll see you Wednesday though. Okay.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, man. Later. Scary, fam. It really is. When you look at the fact we're going to have no cornerbacks, Devante Johnson, and we got no running back. Jamel, you know what? Let me stop. Jamel.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing, man?
Well, Jamel, I'm in that 24-hour window. Somebody already put out a chat. Ronbo, the 24 hours is up. Stop. We have to moan and groan because the fact of the matter is we got lots to moan and groan about. The future does not look bright. My shades, I sent them to the cleaners. I don't need them. It ain't looking that bright. I'm not negative, but I'm looking at this situation. I don't like the fact that I can't run the ball. Jamel, we got used to having a god running the ball. Raheem Mostert is an amazing man. Ain't nobody going to replace him, Jamel. And now we got the hope that we get this guy back. And, the cornerback situation, you know what that's like. Jamel, did I miss anything tonight? I mean, anything you can make us feel better? Or you want to amplify anything that's wrong? Jamel, take it away.
All I can say is, man, we just, oh gosh, I don't know where to begin. All I know is we still could have won that game.
Yes.
Last night, we should have won that game. We won. We lost by 2 points, 2 freaking points. And
a field goal.
This was a field goal. This goes on coaching. We came out flat like day old beer. You know what I mean?
Left uncovered.
Yeah, left right, left uncovered. So, from being down 17-0, we fought back and then to let Rodgers get the bus there, please. 37 seconds, come on, y'all. That's all that bad man needed.
15 to 20
and
seconds.
Crosby, 20 seconds, and then Crosby, he's clutch, and they win the game. So let's look at film and get ready for Seattle. I know they're on the down. They're on the down right now. Let's go to Seattle. Take care of business. Get back on the winning. Get back on the winning side again, and let's go from there. So
yeah, because Minnesota just beat them up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I watched football yesterday, and the best quarterback of the day was Kirk Cousins. He was straight money. I mean, you look, Stafford started off like Jimmy did yesterday. He was messing up, bad throws, slow. They caught fire right around the second quarter. And Tom Brady, Tom wants nobody to know about what happened yesterday. Who else? Patrick Mahomes, beat his little butt for. Gilbert just killed him, right? So I'm saying, I'm looking around at everybody and everybody's making these mistakes and doing the same thing. And I said to myself, well, you know what? It's week 3. Maybe that's part of what's going on here. Because I'm contrary to popular opinion, Jimmy G ain't the only quarterback out there that's looking bad right now, right? So maybe this week we come alive.
I believe you will come alive this week. Like I said, D'Amico Ryans, he's a rookie DC. Give him some time. Look at what we did up in Philly to go up in Philly and only let them get 11 points. Was it 11 points? And,
yeah.
And the previous week they had put up 36 points on Atlanta. So, yeah, man, I think we did a good job to go up in Philly and then come here. The last night, there's a game that we should have won. So let's just if I'm Kyle Shanahan, today we definitely look at film, see our mistakes, and then whether Tuesday's practice or whatever the practice,
and just go from there, and then get ready for Seattle. We're going to go up in there.
Jamil, you got two angry
And then
teams. You got two angry teams playing each other. Isn't that gonna be funny? Because Russell Wilson they just beat his butt. I loved it. That's why I was after we lost, I was sad. But as I watched all these superstars getting their butt handed to them, see, these are the things that happened in the first 3 weeks apparently. So next week is Jimmy, who's got to be mad as hell, losing 37 seconds, and now you got Russell Wilson. I'm Russell Wilson. Okay, now this is gonna be interesting.
It's going to be a who wants it more. Is this a primetime game or no?
You know what? No, it's a 1 o'clocker. It's a 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Hey, for all you guys, everybody that's listening in chat, whatever. Hey, if you got Play Store, hello, it's called doofus.com, and you can watch your games on your phone. So that's why I was watching the game last night.
Yeah, we told you about that a few weeks ago. Okay, so good, that it worked. Somebody else called in and gave that out. DOFU. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Jamel, we run out of time. Let's see you Wednesday if you got some time for us. Jamel, I'm really enjoying how you're regular now. It used to be I see you hear from you now and then. Now we got Jamel all the time. All right, fam. I bet you feeling pretty good. I'm glad to hear that. All right.
All the time, brother.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right, fam. Yep.
And it's Ellis. Come on in,
Ronbo, can I come back next?
Sure you can. All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And we're going to check out and see what Atlanta Tony's coming off a win. He's got to beat the Giants. Tony!
Ronbo!
Tony! Come on in, fam. What's going on with you tonight? You know, I didn't watch the finish of that game. The Cowboys won, didn't they?
About 20 points.
Okay, but listen. The Eagles did not have that big that big left tackle of theirs to protect. They also didn't have Brandon Graham. I think they had some other people out, too. The Cowboys got lucky.
Yeah, but Brandon Graham being gone, Ronbo, they really don't lose because they got another guy who backed up Brandon Graham named, I forgot his first name. His last name is Sweat, like Montez Sweat.
Oh, you're right. I do remember him. Yeah.
And they got Ryan Kerrigan, who had 8.5 sacks last year for Washington. So
and Hargrave is out there. So yeah, the Cowboys. Hey, Tony, do we have to admit the Cowboys did a good job tonight? I'm trying to find a way not to have to say that.
Ronbo, that defense is still weak. Even though their first round pick had a pick six. Jalen Hurts, he was making some mistakes. He was trying to do too much himself, from what I saw.
Yeah.
I think that defense is still trash.
Yeah, that when he was in that end zone.
Wait till they play better competition.
Yeah, Hurts looked like a rookie. When he was in the end zone trying to extend play, man, did nobody tell you about that, Jalen? Get rid of the ball in the end zone before you get a safety. Are you serious? This is why rookies have to go through the rookie moments. This is why when everybody keeps saying, bring the rookie in, I understand in Chicago, Justin is after they get through bandaging him up, getting slammed to the dirt 9 times. Nick Foles is in the running for starter in Chicago. See?
Yeah. So that was good that they kept him. But I said all the way going back to after the draft, I don't like the quarterback from Ohio State. I don't think he's going to be that good. But I'm not going to base it off of that performance. I'm just saying overall. I think you guys got the guy. And I think the guy in Jacksonville is going to be good too. Yeah. The guy in Jacksonville is good in time.
In Ohio State, you don't want any running backs out of Ohio State too, because Carlos Hyde, now Trey Sermon. Can you remember a running back out of Ohio State that has had a great career? I'm trying to think of. Because we already know ain't no
No,
quarterbacks. Who?
Ezekiel Elliott, if you want to go all the way back.
Oh, whoa. Okay, that breaks it right there. Zeke was awesome when he first came out. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, he had 95 yards tonight, but I don't think he has it anymore. Dallas Cowboys offensive line was holding like they always do. I'm not going to give them a break, Ronbo. Even when they do good, I'm not giving them a break because of their fan base. I'm not going to do it. But Ronbo, talking about what happened with your team, if you look around the league yesterday, Ronbo, the way you guys lost, look what happened with us, with the New York Giants. We went right down the field. Matt Ryan's 40th come from behind comeback, prevent defense. Look at Kansas City. They were tied up with one. They were up by one against
Chargers.
The Chargers. The Chargers went right down the field on the defense. You've seen it all over the league. And poor Domberg. You see what Lamar Jackson did to them? They were inside their 10-yard line. He thought he was passing. And then they kick a 66-yard field goal.
Don, hang in there, Don Burr. And also, you look at I'm watching Kirk Cousins sprinting around the left side with the football, and this is what we're complaining about tonight with our coach. Coach, stop running routine, okay? The reason why the Vikings ran the Seahawks off the field is because they didn't remain in the same mold. This is what you got. I don't care what people think about Jimmy Garoppolo. You're the coach. You tell Jimmy what you want him to do. And that's what I want to see more of, and most of us want to see more of, because there's no reason to lose that game. And if we're starting off slowly, then change it. Tony, do you ever wonder what teams do during the week as far as you're preparing? You know, you go through the game plan. If somebody doesn't understand it, raise your hand, please, and tell me if you don't get what we're doing here. I still try to figure out what is going on in practice that you look unprepared to start a game. And the 49ers did not look ready to play.
Myself. And then sometimes these press conferences, these coaches, it's my fault that I didn't get our team prepared to play. What the hell have you done all week?
Yes. Explain that.
You know?
God.
Yep. And then another team, the Raiders had a big lead on Miami, and Miami came back. Pass defense.
They're going to overtime?
Don't feel bad. And the Raiders are about to get a rude awakening. The next 4 games, they're going to lose 3 of them starting this week. They got to play the Chargers, the Bears. They're going to beat the Bears. They play the Chargers, play at Denver, and Denver's defense is stingy.
Yeah.
And then Philadelphia's going to go to Las Vegas and beat them. Watch what I tell you.
Because they should be healed up by then. And then Derek Carr can stop talking like he's from Memphis. What is with that? Yep. Okay. You know what? Tony, we're out of time. I'm going to see you on Wednesday. Be looking for you, too. All right?
Yeah, we're getting prepared. We got our minds focused on that the defensive front we're about to face. But they've been giving up a lot of points to Washington the last 2 weeks. So hopefully we can take that.
It's week 3. Week 4. Anything can happen, Tony. Go get them. All right, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to you Wednesday.
And I got some information for you when I talk to you Wednesday about how to stop the Rams.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that. All right, Tony.
All right.
Have a great night.
Take care.
You too.
All righty.
Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show.
Are we still being dramatic over a walk-off field goal win against another team
I know, we need
who
to
has
stop.
a Hall of Fame quarterback?
I agree.
And people forget that their head coach is Kyle Shanahan's best friend, who was in his wedding and knows Kyle Shanahan like the back of his hand, and has studied his offense with him in the film room. And, I get we didn't beat him in 2019 in the playoffs, but they were missing a lot of pieces then, and they didn't have the equipment necessary
and the
to
defense was
compete with us.
questionable.
And, and not only that, he was a first-year head coach. there too. So
and Mostert was watching the game from the sideline. You got to have Mostert. Mostert is that entity that puts you past and above everybody else. I didn't realize how important Mostert was until yesterday.
And I can't believe the gall of some people wanting to blame our quarterback and our head coach for the loss of that game when none of that was their fault. I mean, I just put out the stats up there and compared them. They were neck and neck as far as completion percentages goes, as far as quarterback rating goes, as far as passing yards goes, as far as touchdown passes goes. You know what I mean? Like
the people who don't like. They never liked Jimmy anyway. This is why the only way to keep them quiet and their stupid mouths closed is the 49ers have to keep winning. Because every time we lose, we could go 12-1. And they're still, well, there you go. Here's Jimmy Garoppolo's fault. They're going to do it. They're going to do it, I promise you.
I understand the frustration of the limitations of Jimmy Garoppolo, but you look at Aaron Rodgers too, and Tom Brady too. Yeah. Who's that?
Mocha latte, Ronbo. Say it.
What? Mocha latte.
You look at. I'm by all means I'm not comparing Jimmy Garoppolo to Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, but look at how often do they throw deep shots downfield? Look at the number of times that Tom Brady.
It's chic. I
don't
know.
Look at the
chic.
time.
Okay,
chic. Yeah. Look at the number of times Tom Brady threw downfield in the NFC Championship game last year. How many times was it picked off? 3 times. Like,
it's not a high percentage.
You know what I mean? Like that's not what the NFL. That's not what the NFL is. It's not backyard football. You need to wear and tear the other defense out, and that's what Jimmy Garoppolo does so well and learned from Tom Brady so well is the dinking and dunking, and that's what led us to NFC title game. Like I know it wasn't all Jimmy, but it was a whole team effort. But he did what he learned from one of the greatest of all time. Like you know what I mean? Like,
and that's a game
people
plan.
need to realize that. And stop complaining.
And that's what they work on all week long. So I don't know why people think it's Jimmy's football. This is Kyle's football game. This is Kyle's offense. So how many people say, well, that's Jimmy's offense? That's not Jimmy's offense. Jimmy's not a coach. He doesn't write any X's and O's. He goes what he does what he's told. And Kyle even said that in an article I just read yesterday.
And people like to go back and compare his offense and what he had in Atlanta to what we have now. We don't have a Julio Jones. What do you think I've been screaming for the past 4 years for?
You and me both.
Like,
I want a wide receiver.
Look at what Aaron freaking Rodgers said last night about how Devante Adams makes him look so good. Like what the what the F are you people?
It makes his game. Hey, remember I don't know where Devante was about 4 years ago, right? But remember Aaron Rodgers was complaining because he couldn't get what's the guy that they got rid of that it was his favorite receiver?
Randall Cobb.
Randall Cobb, and what was the white guy? The tall
Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson. And they got rid of both those guys, right? And Rodgers was livid. And then they bring in Valdez-Scantling and Lazard, and Rodgers went 9-7 that year, and he was livid. And I said, you can't win without weapons. I don't care how good a quarterback is. We watched Tom Brady suffer before he left New England. Same reason.
We have Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel who are studs, but they're
young.
They're not the X receiver and Y receiver. They're the Z's. They're the ones that we use in the jet sweep motions and things like that to get Kyle Shanahan's offense running. Like they're not the Julio Jones type that you and I have been screaming for, and that speed merchant we need as well. Like that to tear the top off the defense, which was Taylor Gabriel's role. We don't have those two right now. We just have 2 gadget players and George Kittle.
And
well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but when people take George Kittle out of the game, like...
this is why I want, from now on, if Debo's open, give it to him. But George Kittle, I'm having a problem with Ayuk. That dropped in the end zone scared me. That catch was supposed to be money, easy. Whoa, Ayuk, what's wrong with you? You were better last year. Okay. We got a few hours left in this 24-hour period to moan and groan. We're almost done. Let me see you Wednesday, okay?
All right. Shout out to the TNT fam. Shout out to Sheik. interrupted, by the way, and you'll have a great night. And shout out
We
to
haven't
Tony.
heard from
And
Sheik in a long time.
we need more of the Rev in here too, man. I miss the Rev. Like we need him
Yeah, I
in
know.
here
Rev's
to
bothered,
lighten us
mad
up and-
too. All right, Sheik.
All right, shout out to
I mean,
Tony. Y'all have a
Show.
great night.
There
Take
it
care.
is. As soon as I say Sheik, I can't get it out. Show.
I know. All right, take care.
Do it every
Bye.
time.
Show.
So I see it. Wait, Sean, you know what I love? You're sticking with us. You're not just leaving after the draft. You're hanging out. Let me see you Wednesday, okay? Okay. Hey, Sheik, get in here, man. I've not talked to you in a long time. Get in here.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man? Hey, I've been gone for a while because I unfortunately had COVID. So I've been out for remission for a while.
Oh,
yeah.
Apparently you already got your shot. You didn't go through a real lot of pain, right?
No. The crazy thing is I got my first dose, and I didn't even know I had COVID. I just had the symptoms, but I didn't even know that was that bad. I thought this had it was 2 weeks before. So it kind of messed me up, but I'm good now.
Good.
We're all good.
We don't want
we're all
anybody
good.
leaving for COVID. Sick of that.
No,
Well,
man. No,
good
you
to-
don't want it for the work. Anyways, Ronbo.
Yeah. Well, good to hear from you, Sheik. Anyway, as you know, we're talking about the misery and suffering and pain of yesterday's defeat. We've mentioned everything we can, and we expanded beyond Jimmy because everybody, no matter what, when we lose a game, it's Jimmy's fault. He plays defense, he plays offense, he's coaching, it's all his fault. So we pointed out some other things that may have contributed to the loss as well. So if we missed anything, Sheik, or you want to amplify on anything we should add, I mean, go ahead.
No,
go
there's
on.
a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that much time, but I'm just gonna use my time with it's valued.
Okay. We'll stop you when we're
But,
out of time.
Yeah. Right. but I get it. But the thing is about Jimmy G, we all know he's not a freaking elite quarterback. We know what he can't do and he can do. And what he does, when you push him back to the corner, he'll push you right back and do what he needs. And he did. Many times against Arizona, he did it against Green Bay. Unfortunately, the defense didn't do well. Everybody messes up. Even the best, even Aaron Rodgers, made a goofball play. He should have ran for the end zone, but he'd rather throw it.
They all
Tom Brady
make mistakes. It's just impossible. No quarterback is never going to make a mistake.
Exactly. Tom Brady, forget what was it, third, fourth down? So it's like, come on, man. Everybody does it. But the thing is, it's okay for the defense. Our fan base, and shout out to Jersey Joe and Big Show and other people who agree with me, they hate on Jimmy G like he's a plague.
And to the point where they get irrational. They don't even apply. What they're saying makes no sense. God.
No, it doesn't. And the thing is, our right side of our O-line is an issue. Our running backs are issues. Our secondaries. They don't barely even talk about that. But the biggest thing,
they don't care.
No, they don't care. And it's all blend all around. I'm not saying Jimmy G does not get any blame.
He makes mistakes.
He does.
He is not perfect. No,
he's
he
not.
makes terrible mistakes sometimes.
Ryan, our coach defensive coordinator, made a bonehead move. He put Lenore as a nickel when Shark went down. And made Dante Johnson on Devante Adams multiple times. Ryan, I think you're going to be a heck of a great defensive coordinator, but it is Monday Night Raw, and I'm hollering at you, bro. I think you're going to be a head coach sometime. But 18 targets for Devante Adams, Jones, their running back was limping, and he's not all that. Double that dude. What are we doing? We know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do, and Juice as well. I'm going to call out Juice. You want to get that touch. You have to get scored, but it is freaking Aaron Rodgers. And what do you do? And I've been talking to so many Vikings fans. Right, and I've been talking to so many Viking fans, and you know what they say? That's what Aaron Rodgers does. He just lobs it out, hoping for a flag, and he gets it. And he did it multiple times against us, and it's unfortunate. And then he was waiting, and he did it again. So it's
hey, Sheik, don't forget his count when guys are running off the field. That pisses me off so much. I want legislation on that.
Yeah. And I gotta give them the coaching staff on the Green Bay Packers. They did a great game plan against us. They shut down the crowd. They didn't even have time to even boo or cheer or whatever. They just got on there and it destroyed the whole function for the fan base. But the fan base, let me just say this to you about Trey Lance. Have some patience, for God's sakes. Like, he hasn't played for a year and a half. Yes, you say, put him in. But have you seen what Justin Fields going through? And you say, oh, it's not the same offensive line. Did you see our right side of the offensive line?
Duh.
Come on, dog. Like, 9 sacks. 9 sacks. Do you want to have that train left? Do you want to go back to the Dennis Erickson days? Like, come on. Like, our patient, our fan is disgusting.
That's why
they need
Kyle,
to wake the freak up.
And you know what? You point out something that's very clear. That's why Kyle puts him in motion. You're not going to stand him under center like he's doing Jimmy. Just put RPO. Either run it or get rid of it. But I don't want you standing there trying to read the defense because he's going to get overwhelmed by the NFL speed. He's not ready for it yet. Put Justin in the game. You don't know what you're talking about. He ain't ready, or Kyle would put him in there. And
Like Justin Fields, they put him in there, and look what he did. He picked, 70 yards?
And Justin
70?
said, and what did Justin say a few weeks ago? Yeah, it's all slowed down for me already. You okay, Justin? I bet.
Come on, man.
So Kyle's doing the right thing. Don't put him out there until he's ready, especially in a full capacity. What you got him doing now, he sees what's coming at him, and he's going to get ready for it at a proper speed. He's working out in practice. Kyle says he's learning things. He's evolving in practice. So.
Yeah, realistically, it's wise if he did want to make that move, the bye week, because you have that extra week to work with him.
If he's ready.
And have if he's ready, of course. But that extra week will help him out if they want to put him in. If something happens, if you go 2-4, for God's sake, I don't think it's going to happen. But if that happens, but the thing is, what we need to do, Ronbo, is fix that secondary. It's hurting. It's depleted.
Number one problem. And give me a runner for the offense.
Number one.
God. But, Sheik, we did it. We moaned and groaned. Our time is up. It's easy to complain. We can go for hours.
Right. Let's go get Richard Sherman. It'll help the bleeding.
Yeah.
And then next year, if you want to go get a corner, figure that stuff out, because this is not funny. We haven't got a corner for a long time in the draft.
It's going to be long.
But anyways, Ronbo.
Hey, good to hear you got over that misery, too. So good to hear from you. All right, Sheik.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you had enemies of mine, but you guys have a good night. Hit that like for Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, Sheik.
Go Niners. And the true faithful, shout out to you. The true.
Thanks, Sheik. Have a great night, fam. And we go back and check in on Ellis.
Yeah.
Ellis.
Yeah.
So, as I said, and I've been saying to everybody, we've been pointing out some things. Yes, everybody knows Jimmy is the worst quarterback of all time. But we're trying to look at some other things that may have contributed to that loss as well. And we pointed out some. And Ellis, did we leave anything out? And is there anything you want to amplify on? And that stuff. So, because we only, like they said, at 49ers say you have a 24-hour period and then you move on. So we're in that 24-hour period, and then Wednesday we're going to talk about something else. But go ahead, fam.
Man, I don't understand how, D'Amico, I mean, knowing that, as electric as Devante Adams is, and Aaron Rodgers, them joined together. I don't understand what was going on, what the malfunction was. I know it's hindsight, but shit, if we had Robert Saleh, he wouldn't have let that happen. And I think this was one of the things I had talked about when we found out, like, way back, that he was going to be our coach. It was, is he an in-depth and cerebral type of coach, because he's, I think that D'Amico Ryans is a good coach, a damn good coach. There's levels and there's layers to how great you are as a coach. Now, being that he came as a player and, he's got a lot of experience in that aspect, there's another side of that coin where you think outside of the box. You have to it's about trickery. You know, when you switch up coverages, you know, you come up, the play looks like, okay, they're in this coverage, and then they change it up. You know, Saleh was doing a lot of disguised coverages and changing things up last minute to throw off our oppositions to where they were thinking, oh, we got this one in the bag. And there's like, And, you know, it was because Coach Saleh was having our team already prepared. Look, this is what they think that we're going to do. We're going to come up. We're going to make them think it's this, and then we're going to switch it up and do that because we know what type of, you know, plays pretty much they're going to run or who they're going to go to, who the hot hand is, which in this case was Devante Adams. And, you know, it's just, I'm disappointed, you know, in that aspect of the defense. You know, Jimmy cleaned up his mess and he came back in the second half and he played better ball. So we can't, you know, the first half is the first half. One thing I will say as a team and offensively, this is why I said we cannot wait until the second half to start trying to score. Because if Jimmy in the offense or our offense as a whole, not Jimmy, the whole damn offense would have punched it in sooner in the first half, we wouldn't have been worrying about this damn field goal in the fourth quarter with a few seconds left. They would have been down 14 or more points because we would have utilized our first two possessions and punched it in, whether we got a field goal or we got 14 points out of both.
Ellis,
I'm just saying.
Let me ask you a question on that. Do you think that would have changed the offensive strategy of the you know what? Because I wonder if it would change the strategy of the Packers had we scored early or at least took a lead into the half. Would that have changed the Packers' strategy? Because the way they came back on the Lions was scary, actually. Because the Lions led 14-0 in the first half against them, and they came back and steamrolled them in the second half. Whereas this time the tables turned, and we came back against the Pack, which was kind of impressive, but it wasn't enough, you know. But I like where you went with that, though. I'm thinking if we would have started off differently, then we would have had money in the bank, and then we play the same way in the second half. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm just, you know, it's just because we're playing catch up, and it's not fun playing catch up because the anxiety is much higher. You want to be, you know, as comfortable as possible. Not saying that every damn game we're going to be able to get it on our first possession and this, that, and the other. If the other team is playing damn good, then great. But if we're not executing, then that only gives more incentive and more, you know, kudos to the defense because it's like, well, shit, they're not getting it done anyway. We don't even have to play our best defense. We don't even have to stop them. You know, the best man doesn't always even have to win because if you give me the win, then shit, I don't have much I got to work for. You know, so we gotta sock it to them, man. And I think there was just some. Go ahead.
I got one more question because we only got about a minute to go, but. Does DeMeco Ryans, do you think he may have the capability? You spoke about some sophisticated X's and O's when you talk about disguising defenses. Does DeMeco have that capability? Did he learn from what he just seen? Certain quarterbacks, you do have to fool them. You think he can do that?
That's what I was, you know, saying way back months ago because I was concerned that may not be because you can't change who you are, how you think, what you think about and the depths of things. You know, some people are really in depth and have a lot of layers to their mental and their, you know, and the way they approach things. And I think Saleh the cerebral aspect of him is just a lot greater. And I don't know if DeMeco's going to make the adjustment. I think he needs to make a call to Coach Saleh, you know, because you can rest assured that LaFleur and Saleh probably talked before this game.
They're buddies.
I'm just assuming, you know, because they're all buddies. And LaFleur and Saleh are close friends as well.
I'm real close. I know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm just saying. Hopefully in the future, DeMeco's taking this as a learning approach. You don't want to show them your cards all the way. You want to switch it up, and you want to have them thinking that they got you, but they really don't. No, I got you. Yeah, I knew what you was going to do. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. We knew you were going to go to Devante. That's why we disguised and we had two guys covering his ass, and we forced Aaron to have to throw it into double coverage or to throw it to somebody else who you know, may not have been as, you know, sure thing as Devante was. So
I love it. This is that kind of discussion. You can just go on and on. We got to go, fam. Wednesday, let's we're supposed to get over this and talk about something else Wednesday, but let's see how we're feeling. All right.
Yeah, we'll try to tie the knot on it. We'll be good, man. Everybody stay faithful, man. It's going to be all right. And
it is.
Shout out to you, Brother Ronbo. Thank you for the platform, man. Shout out to all the Niner faithful. And, you know, we're going to come back bigger and better, man. So let's just focus on that. Peace, family.
Peace, fam. Night, Ellis. Give my best to the squad, too. All right. And there he is. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel, we're getting this out of our system. You know, we lost yesterday in dramatic fashion. You know, those are the games that you're supposed to win. You're at Levi Stadium. The 49ers fought, and they clawed their way back in. We've got the lead. 36 seconds to go. Oh, can they win this? The Levi Stadium can go wild. Those cheeseheads sitting up in the stands are about to leave with their tail between their legs. No.
Yeah,
No storybook ending.
I go one thing that I was thinking towards the end, and I don't know if anybody was thinking about this, but you know, towards the end, I was just thinking, okay, Jimmy, do your job, go get us a touchdown, and prove all these people doubters wrong, and he did that. Then I said, all right, defense, stop Aaron Rodgers. Now you do your job and win us the game. But they didn't do it, and you know that's one thing that people have to realize, that you know our defense towards the end, you know, got this loss. But the thing is that didn't this head coach was there when we played Atlanta and Juju Smith was winning the game for Atlanta? Didn't he learn from that?
You know, this is Bethel. That's why if Richard Sherman would have been on the field yesterday, Devante does not make that play. This is why I'm saying, you know, at this point, because they set back in a prevent defense, you're going to throw that ball deep,
and
Aaron?
You don't do that.
Go ahead. Now we got the guy back there that will definitely not let that happen, because he's not going to let you go over his head, and he's going to play off of Devante just enough. So, you know, we have to.
Yeah, because I don't know, you know, what he's coaching, but the way I see it, I seen him like basically nobody covering and nobody taking them. And when they did, there was a lot of Niners players there, but it was too late already. He should not be able to do that, you know, and that's why they always say, what do other teams do with us? Okay, we're not going to let you beat us with George Kittle.
Yep.
Or we're not going to let you beat us with Debo. Why our defense is not doing that? You know, we should have the same mentality of, okay, if you beat us any other way, we're fine with that. But as long as you don't beat us with this player, you know, we're happy. But, you know, I understand that his first, you know, year as a DB coach, but he's been there for the bad and he's been there for the good, and he should learn off of those. That's why they gave him that job, because he could have that, okay, you know what, I learned this, okay, I learned that. Okay, if I go, even my mom that doesn't talk Spanish, that doesn't know anything about football, knew that I was going to him. Everybody in the world knew the Adams was getting the ball. Like it's, you know, but I don't know his
everybody on the
mindset.
field. I mean, you know, you see, Fred Warner almost was in exactly the right position, but Rodgers dropped that ball right over his hand as if he had some kind of a homing device in the ball.
So, it was a good try from from Fred. You know, it just, you know, wasn't, I guess he was too down. He thought he had enough deep to get the ball if he had a chance to.
Yeah. Fred was way downfield. So if they wanted to run, they could actually, I don't know how many linebackers or what was going on up in front of Fred, but he was way back down there. If they wanted to run, they might be able to run themselves in the field goal position too. But now, you know, you got Devante Adams. Of course he's going to Adams.
I think what a lot of people are pissed about is that if you look at the tape, there's only 3 players, Jamal Adams, the running back, and one more player that was over there. And how can you let, you know, them get 2 big plays on just 3 people being there? Everybody was getting double teamed. Even I think Bosa was getting hold towards the end. and that's
More
why
than he
Aaron
had.
Rodgers had enough time to throw it.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I was seeing. That's why I think the referees allowed called a lot of flags on Green Bay that were bullshit because they wanted to even out the bullshit play that they were letting go of ours. Yeah.
A couple of PIs were real, but you know what? We actually, Devante probably should have had a 15-yard penalty because they creamed him. I mean, they sent him to the blue tent, but that was a very illegal hit. Also,
I don't know if maybe I don't know if maybe they let that slide because
they already made a few mistakes earlier.
Our guy was through his back, or he was when he did that hit, his back was turned to him. So maybe they thought it was intentionally or something. That's why they probably didn't call it because
we're never gonna get treated right by the official. But listen, we're out of time.
Yeah.
Let me see you Wednesday, okay? And we'll be looking for you.
All right. Hey, but this is a good experience of our defense to learn better, and it'll make maybe this. Remember Atlanta experience? What happened? We won the our division. Maybe this will do something to make our defense way better. You never know.
It already is, Bethel. Bethel, we really got to go because I'm really running out of time. I'm already out of time.
Hit the like for Ronbo Sports.
Thanks, man.
Let's go, Niners.
All right. See you Wednesday. All right.
All right.
Man. All right. Night, Bethel. And Bill, come on in, Bill.
Ronbo.
Bill, we may have to cut a little short and sweet now because I'm out of time. But Bill, give me some rundown on what's the.
I got to say something real quick. I want Shania to be able to talk. She's not going to be able to call in because her phone's been active, and I'll let her get on here and talk.
Okay.
So I'm going to make this really quick. The Cowboys decimated the Eagles. I'm very curious about that. They,
I am too.
Jalen Hurts' momentum is he's not going to be the same after today.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm mad about that. And about another thing, Shanahan better get it together, or we're going to end up talking about another coach. This is a scary part, but it's true. If we get decimated by the Seattle Seahawks next week, we're going to have to start looking at another coach. Because I guarantee you, York's not going to put up with it. This is his final year.
I know. You can't keep using injuries. Yeah.
No. So Harbaugh might be coming back. We might have to talk about.
Can you imagine?
Coming back home.
I don't know. Him and Jed probably don't really appreciate each other very much anymore. I don't think that could happen.
No, we got Jed would have to put his ego aside because what has he done lately? What has he done? The last Super Bowl we won was when Eddie was the owner.
But Bill, you could also ask the question, what has Harbaugh done lately? He hasn't taken his team to a national championship or anything near since he got over to Michigan. I don't know. We'll
so
see.
if we don't make the NFC Championship this year, we went to 2 straight NFC Championships.
Yeah.
1 Super Bowl. And I guarantee you, if it would have been against his brother, we would have won that. Hands up. I guarantee you, if it was Harbaugh and Andy Reid in the Super Bowl, Harbaugh would have won that Super Bowl. We would have beat the Chiefs. Hands up. No questions asked.
I like that. Bill, I'm going to have to go. Listen, I'll tell you what.
And I'm going to let you know, talk. I want a Niner shout-out.
Okay.
I want to say this. Get this stuff together. Go ahead and say what you got to say. Talk.
Hi, Shania. Shania, Bill said it all. Do you want anything you want to add?
We just need to get it together.
Yes, and
We need to
immediately.
get Frank Gore and Richard Sherman back.
I like that. It would be
Yeah,
nice to
wanna
get them
win.
both back. Yes. Better days ahead, I tell y'all, because we can't get any. We're in trouble right now. Like you said, Shanahan's got to fix this, him and Lynch, between now and this weekend. We got no running game. Our cornerbacks are dead meat. We got a problem. So, yeah. Anyway. All right, guys. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a shout out, and I'm going to see you Wednesday, both of you. All right?
Go ahead.
A Niner! From Bill and Shania. Have a great night.
You get off the hook this week, Dallas. You cowgirls, you get off the hook this week. I'm not gonna talk no smack on you. I want to, but I can't.
They got their time coming. All right, Bill. Night, Shania.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Night. All right. All right, fam. Hey, I want to appreciate you for the contributions tonight, and the conversation was fun. Hey, I feel better than I did before we started talking. So you know what? Later for that game. Let's move on. We got the Hawks coming this weekend, and I say never say die. That's why they call us the Die-Hard Faithful. Let's go. See you Wednesday. Niners!